Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. You know what it is, you know what it do, you know what to do, and that is hit the like button right now as you come in. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let me start with the results of the pool that I did today. For those of you who don't know, you can still go. Basically, the question is, are attractive white women able to disrupt Black love? And the results, I'm gonna be honest, it was unexpected. I expected it to be even at best, but or even that the answer would just flat out be no. But surprisingly, they are. 65% of you voted out of 149 votes. 69% of you, 60. Seeing Melody is 69 came to the brain. Um, but no, 65% of you said yes, and 35% said no. So yeah, most of you say, hey, if a white girl is hot enough, then she can get it. She can get that BBC. She I'm not talking about that British broadcasting channel. Like, she can get that, you know, who cares about the rings and things. Now, to be fair, women also answered this question. So hey, Mike Ross, if you have an opinion, then go ahead and answer. I'm not gonna sully it with my opinion. Don't let me sway you. I'm gonna do a lot more of those. Actually, I think pools are kind of cool, so I'm gonna do a lot more of those before my show. But so I was on Chantel's yesterday, and a very interesting brother, came on the show, and he had a story to tell. He was a married, he was a married man for 12 years, and basically to a Black woman, and he was telling the story of his life as a married man. And I have to say, a lot of brothers live this life. Let's be clear. I'm going to say it again. A lot of brothers live the life that he is describing. Single men don't have it much better. However, this dude has it bad. And this is commonplace. He's just one of the few that has the courage to actually talk about it. Let me show you what I mean. Fair use, even though, it's the homie. Not the homie. Shout out to Chantel. Not the homie, but the homie. Chantel Simone. All right. Nevertheless, fair use. Here we go.
That the first change was, the frequency in sex. That was the first change. I noticed that because I'm very active. You understand? So when that, because the first 2 years, no problem at all. That third year, it was like, damn, like for real. And then when I had got into the legal situation, then it turned into like birthdays and Christmas type of shit.
Oh, right.
So yeah, you know what I mean?
So y'all hear me there. Y'all hear me there. I'm like, oh crap. Because what the hell was that? She basically took it down. She tapered him down to 2 out of 365 days of the year. She took him down to 2 out of 365 days of the year. Now, I'm going to bring up something. Y'all remember that scene from Waiting to Exhale? So Waiting to Exhale, it starts off, and spoiler alert, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this. The movie is like 25 years old, 26 years old. So it starts off where the guy just walks in and he said, I'm leaving you for a white woman. There you have it. And that's why we're talking about this today. Guy walks in on Angela Bassett and said, I'm leaving you for a white woman. And he was the villain throughout the entire movie. Even his own son looked at him like a piece of crap. And then right before, burning his car and burning all of his personal items, right before doing that, she said 670 something times. It's like, whoa, whoa. And she's talking about they counted the number of times they had sex. And I was like, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You think the fact that you only had like 2 years worth of sex in the span of 11 years may have something to do with it? Because in 2 years it's over 700 days. It's 730 days. So it's like, wait a minute. If y'all had sex every day for the first 2 years, y'all didn't have any for the remaining 9 years of the relationship. Or maybe they did it 600 times, and then, the last couple of years, or the last, who knows, like 5 years was spent on some Christmas and birthday stuff. That's what this brother's going through. That's what this brother was going through. He is gone now. He is in Colombia. That's what he was going through. So when they try to sell you on marriage, and I'm going to get to how they sell you on marriage, but then once you sign on that dotted line, it's not what you signed up for. He didn't sign up for birthday/Christmas sex. Is your birthday?
There were several times where I was tempted to go step out, bro. I was very, and
Is your birthday around Christmas time?
Nah.
Okay, so at least it was spread out. At least you didn't get like 2 days in a row, and then you had to wait 363 days.
Oh, at least it might as well have been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was tempted on several occasions, man, because I had a few women chasing me, man. Like, one of them, I was very, very close to crossing that line, man. But
I say cross it. I don't care if we have, beautiful Kenyan women here and attractive half Dominican women here. I don't care. Any woman can hear me. Y'all can all hear me. If you do not have sex on demand, that is pure justification for cheating. I don't even consider it cheating at that point. If you don't drop panties on demand, you asking for it and you get it. And he say that he had them, throwing it at him. Hey, I say catch it. If your wife is your birthday, you know what that means? You know what that means? They're basically saying it's our anniversary, but you're still not getting none. Anniversary. It's the anniversary. Like, yeah. Every year the anniversary passed, still nothing. Like, yeah. Just wait till your birthday. Unless his anniversary is on his birthday.
That was the very first change that I had noticed. And then the next change was, when the woman when you're married and you're talking to single bitter females, you know what I'm saying? That right there contributes. And I think a lot of the conversations that she was having with them, or whatever female, because she had one female friend in particular, was always complaining, why no man like me, and why this and why that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, first of all, you're an atheist. You don't believe in God. That's number one. Number two, you know what I mean? Look at how you act when you're with a man. You know what I'm saying? And then number three, you're out of shape. You don't even look good, like body-wise. Like, what you mean?
Out of shape is always number one. That is always number one, just to let you know. Like, the three things he mentioned, I forget the first thing, but probably personality, atheists, and out of shape. Out of shape is always number one. If you ever wonder, like, why a woman isn't desirable, it's out of shape is number one. Everything else is a far second, unless it's an extreme, to where she has an extreme personality disorder. And even still some guys like myself would want to hit it. But if she's attractive enough. However, out of shape, that's a no-go.
man, all you are is a cum dumpster for her. You know what I'm saying? For him, that's it. So
Why would you dump it there? Well, let me say this before we go too far down the thing, because there's something, and take this with a grain of salt. And this is to everybody that's listening. This is for me, a guy that's never been married, but my friend is going through something similar to what you went through, but he did cheat. It's not cheating if she's not giving you anything. That's the way I look at it. Take it how you want. If your wife's not sleeping with you and you sleep with that is not cheating in my book. I look at cheating as sleeping with somebody else. Keyword being else. If you're not sleeping with him, then he's not sleeping with somebody else. He's sleeping with one person. That person just so happens to not be you. It's not. That's how I look at it. Like I say, I'm not trying to destroy marriages or anything like that. But
well, that's the way. That would be the way a lot of men would look at it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I told you.
Yeah. So that's my take on that. So now we know what marriage is. Now we know what marriage is and what modern marriage is. Now I'm going to show you how the test, the temptation is out there. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. There's temptation out there, right? Now, I'm going to start off by saying this. Look at her titties. I'm going to show you some more.
Some girls' husbands.
I'm going to show you some more of her so you could get, and her picture was partly used in the thumbnail. I'm going to show you some more of her to get the full understanding of what's going on. But for right now, look at her titties. Don't know if it's natural. If they're not, I don't care. Those are some very, very, very nice titties. I want to start off by saying that. And I always give like a reasonable, crap. I always give like a slight opinion of a woman's physical appearance before bringing her up, so we know where we stand before we get into what I'm about to say about what she's about to say. But for right now, I give my compliments to her titties, either her mama or her surgeon. Compliments. All right, here we go.
Some girls' husbands, and I'm going to show you their responses. To all you women who thought it was such a good idea to comment on my video nasty things, this goes out to you. I am going to find your husbands today. And we have the first account already picked. And I just want to see if her husband's attached. JXE Lisa, let's see if your husband is going to respond to me. Click. There's your account. We're going to click her little Instagram there. Oh, I can't see any posts, but you do have your hubby tagged. Aw, Darren. Seems like such a nice name. I can already tell from his photo that he is very handsome. Oh.
And there you have it. So basically, and this is like that Salt and Pepper song, If You Mess With Me, I'll Take Your Man. So apparently, she's an Instagram chick, and I've seen her. She gets like millions of views. Probably people viewing the titties, right? And what she does is every now and again, some women have some foul crap to say to her. And she responds by, if you mess with me, I'll take your man. She is testing the strength of marriage. She's testing the resolve of it. Every now and again, a chick like this will call, will Instagram, will something, be like, yeah, I know you thinking thoughts. Just know that I'm out there. Just know that my titties are lurking out there. And I say this because I want you women to know. You women need to fuck your husband. On demand. On demand. Once again, if you don't, somebody will. And I'm not saying her in particular. But there are women who circle around marriages looking for opportunities. Why? Because you have proven, as a married man, you have proven that you are willing to walk, hit the like button, that you are willing to walk all the way down that line. You are willing to take the march of death. They throw it at married men before single men because they know that he's marriage minded, even if he is cheating. They know that he is hiring for wives. So they circle around and then they say, you know something, I can take it. And you women who, first of all, who do not maintain a competitive mindset throughout the duration of the marriage. If you do not maintain a competitive mindset throughout the duration of the marriage, then the only thing that is sustaining the marriage at that point is his sense of honor and decency. And I'm right here to tell fellas, don't be so damn honorable and don't be so damn decent. You want to know why? And I'm an honorable and decent person. But you want to know what? You want to know what I've learned in my lifetime? You cannot behave honorably to dishonorable people. You can't. You cannot have honorable dealings with dishonorable people. Sexually manipulating your husband, because that's what you're doing by trying to withdraw him or taper it away and stuff like that, or try to put him on rations or whatever you want to call it. Playing these sex games with your husband is dishonorable. At that point, he is not obligated. He is not honor bound to you because you have behaved in a dishonorable way. Period. See, if you stop brushing your teeth, then your teeth are destined to fall out. It's just a matter of time. And if you stop sleeping with your husband is destined to leave. It is just a matter of time.
Oh, look at that. Follow. I don't follow very many people, but as soon as he accepts that, I'm going to show you. Let's move on to the next, okay? Oh, we found another one. Sour X Sweetness. This is her comment. I think if someone said this to my man in front of me, I'd be going to jail. All right, miss. Oh, your Instagram is linked. Let's just see what happens. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend is also linked. It says hers. We're going to send him a little message. In 1 sec, I'm going to type it. I said, hey, how's it going? Don't worry, I'll let you know what he says. K Stuxy. What about telling a single man that they're handsome? I don't know, instead of being a homewrecker. Let's see if she's got one. Oh, her TikTok says she's married. I'm just going to scroll a little bit and boom, there he is. Papa Stux. Let's give him a message. I said, hey, how's it going? I'm starting out really simple, just in case they see it first. But trust me.
Okay, so that's one of them. Here, let me stop share for a second. I'm going to show you her page. And this is just so you could get a taste of her personality and more of what she looks like, to give you an idea of what's going on. Because I want people to know. I want people to know that this is the temptation that's out there. She's likely not going to fuck these guys, any of these guys. However, this is the temptation. Y'all expect men to ignore stuff like this while you are cutting them off indefinitely. You playing games. If you cared about black love, then love the black man that you're with and stop playing these ridiculous games. You know what else he said? He said that, and I won't play that clip, but he said that she stopped doing his laundry. She only washed her clothes, even though they put both clothes in the same hamper, meaning that she goes into the hamper, picks out her clothes, separate her clothes, then separate the whites from the colors again, Then she separates the whites from the colors again, and then she washes clothes. Just to leave his to be washed separately. You play games like this, I'm telling you, you are straining. You are straining. And then when he moves on and leave your ass for a white girl, stop going with the assumption that he did something wrong. No, you did something wrong. You did something wrong. And women like this, and not necessarily her, but women like this are out there They out there lurking. And the weakness of your marriage is giving women like this power. She is a nut. She is a. What are you gonna do? Try to sleep with what? You're gonna try to sleep with my girlfriend? There's nothing you could do. You are a nut. You can sleep with me. Hey, Mutt. Hey, let's pretend to be married. You talk shit, and then maybe she'll fuck me. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Okay, so here she's apologizing. Let me show you this. Here she's apologizing.
I just want to apologize and say sorry to everybody. I can't believe you all have such bitch-ass husbands and I'm doing God's work over here. My good God, what a waste of toilet paper. I just want to apologize and say sorry.
All right, so that was a joke. She is not literally remorseful. She don't actually care. She don't actually care about what she's doing, nor should she. And it's not that the men are bitch ass, it's because your bitch ass are treating them that way. You think that if you make the only thing that sustains the relationship is his sense of loyalty, all it needs is the proper amount of testing. It needs the proper amount of testing before.
I can take your man's.
Okay, this is music. It needs the proper amount of testing and the proper amount of booty matter before it just go. By the way, tattoos look better on white women. There, I said it. There, I said it. I said it. I'm going to stick behind it. Tattoos look better on white women. You see, here's the thing about that. There's a reason why paper is white. And that is because white is the thing that you add ink to. So you see it better. I repeat, white is the thing that you add ink to. Yeah, and beige women and light-skinned women. Yes. White is the thing that you add color to. You draw on white. You get some color crayons and you draw on white. You paint on white. You write, poetry and stuff with a feather and ink on white, and you tattoo on white. There, I said it. And the sister, oh, by the way, the sisterhood's completely exhausted on giving me pushback. So I pretty much got carte blanche at this point. They have exhausted. They know that it's not going to change a damn thing. But there, I said it. And I know a lot of you brothers was thinking it for quite some time. But here she go. There she go. Not much booty. Not much booty. But she does know how to utilize the booty that she has. So there you go. Good on her. All right. So now there was something else that happened. Hold on. Was it this one? I think it was this one with 1 million views. Hold on.
On how we twerk is insane. So the amount of you currently asking for a tutorial on how we twerk is insane. So I'm just gonna give you the tea. I'm gonna help you out, girl. I'm gonna help you keep your man from me. Okay, so first, lay down. Usually something comfy is better so that you're not like, I don't know, a bed is great. Get on a bed. Then you're gonna put yourself in this position. It's like how ladies sleep. Okay, just like that. So my knee is up, one leg straight, and then you're gonna arch your back like you're getting it broke. Okay, now we're gonna use our bottom leg to do the pushing. Absolutely relax the top leg. You see this? I am pushing with my bottom leg, a little bit with this knee, and I am pretending like my butt is the ocean. Make it a wave. Make it a wave. And then when you get more comfortable, push that straight leg knee down a little bit faster and a little bit harder And you're gonna get that.
And there you go, 1 million views. Now, I'm going to point out something to you. I'm going to point out something to you about this video. This is a white woman teaching black women, or teaching women in general, how to twerk. Now, black women are the women that call everything cultural appropriation. A white woman, gets a weave, that's cultural appropriation. A white woman speak English, that's cultural appropriation. A white woman get a butt injection, that's cultural appropriation. This is a white woman twerking wrong. From what I understand, twerking is something that's done standing up. They stole their shit. Twerking is something that's done standing up and squatted down a bit. However, she put her own spin on it. She lays down and twerk as if she's dry humping something other than my penis. So that is what she is doing right now, right? Yeah, and she called it twerking. Now, and she got 1 million views for it. Now, I want to show y'all something interesting. Where are they? Come on now. Where are they? Where are they? White woman, white woman, white woman. Something like a white woman, maybe Southern European or Latin woman. White woman. White woman. White woman. Somebody named Treasure, but they got white woman fingers. White woman. White woman. Go, go, girl. White woman. White woman. White woman. White woman. Oh, wait. Here's a black woman, but she says, laughing my A off. Now, this is great. I love this one. So this is a tamed B-dub. White woman. White woman. White woman. What is this? I don't know what that is. That's mystery meat. That's a mutt. That's a mutt, and I want it. That's a mutt, and I want it. Anyway, whatever that is. Some jackass said, I want to be your husband. Okay. You're nuts. But, I can understand you want to hit it, but look at this guy. Is it wrong that I replayed it over and over and put it on my over and over and over and put phone in my right hand? Oh, God dang it. God dang it. Why do you say stuff like this? You think she's going to sleep with you after some crap like that? You think she's going to see you and say, yep, that's the guy out of the millions that I'm going to suck his penis. Like, what did you expect to come out of that? Not your penis. White woman, white woman. Let's see. She looks light-skinned. I love that you say what's on your mind. Uh-huh. Tamed. That's right. She stole your shit. And where are you, sisterhood? Huh? Where are you, sisterhood? You know those women that go around, everything is colorism, everything is racism. We are the originators. They steal my stuff. They trying to be like us. Where are you at right now? How come you are not in her chat room? How come you are not trying to cancel her? How come you are not trying to flag her down? How come the sisterhood is not trying to attack her? I'm going to tell you why. The sisterhood is not trying to attack her. Because beforehand, she made it blatantly clear that she will
all you
take
women who
your
thought
man.
it was such a good idea to
And
comment
y'all
on my
scared.
video nasty
Y'all
things.
scared straight.
This goes
Y'all
out
like
to
that.
you.
Y'all like that
And
orange
I am
pilling
gonna
boy.
find your
Y'all are
husbands
scared
today,
straight.
and
Y'all
we
are
have the
scared
first to come
of
already
what
picked.
she's gonna
And
do. Y'all are scared that she is going to twerk your BBC out your vagina. You are worried. Look at y'all, timid. She just punked y'all. She just basically said, I'm going to yoink it. I am going to take your crap and there's nothing you could do about it. And if you say anything in my chat room, I will steal your husband from you. You know it. You know that that's true. And you want to know why? Because black marriages right now, for the most part, is only being held together by the blind, stupid loyalty of the men. That is it. And they know, they just hoping. Basically, listen. Here's what black love, quote unquote, black love is most of the part. It's basically a man who is tired of jacking off, that's getting with anything under any circumstances in order to have in-house pussy. That is what black love has dwindled down to. You know, that stuff that Al Green was talking about, that it so tired of being alone. They are doing, so they just wait you out. They just wait you out. You got dudes in this space marrying some tatted and fatted and big and wig chicks. You know, why? Because they are tired. They just want some in-house pussy. That is all they want. And that is a weak connection. It's not based on, you know, years. This is the house we built together. This is the kids we've been together. You're the only woman I've been with since I was 18 years old. It is not based on no crap like that. It's based on somebody who was tired of jacking off at 48 years old, and he just went with the first woman that said yes. That is what black love has dwindled down to. They know it's a weak connection, and they know that all it takes is a woman like this to tempt your husband, and it's over. It is over. The umpire says you are out of there, and they know it, and they do not want her coming at these weak ass marriages. They do not want her to test the marriages. That is why she gets 100. She gets 1 million views. She get 1 million views stealing your shit. She is stealing your stuff all the time. She is stealing it, and there is nothing you can do about it. You're not going to say a damn thing. You too chicken to say something. Not a blackface here talking crap. You scared. You scared. Shout out to Lil Jon and the East Side Boy. You scared. You scared. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Got you all in check. She is twerking. She is small ass twerking. In front, and you ain't saying nothing. Nothing. You are silenced. Shout out to Lamont. You are silent, Lamont, out there. None of these. There isn't a sister girl here talking about how you are twerking your way. You twerking. You shut the fuck up. Shut up or I'll take your man. Yes, ma'am. She'd be like, shut the fuck up and I'll take your man. I'll be quiet. But when she gone, I be talking again. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Stink meaner. Shout out to Stink meaner. What are you gonna do? You fat ass, ugly ass, wig wearing bitch. What are you gonna do? That's right. I took your stuff. What are you gonna do? That is what she is saying. You are, and you can't shame her. You can't. This chick, she was fake crying. She's like, listen, I will take your man and give a fake sorry and with 1 million views. You are not going to shame me. You're not going to call me a racist or something like that or harm. Your words have no power here. So yes, I will take your man. I will go through lengths to prove that your man would not be faithful from you because you have a weak ass marriage that's based on his loyalty and the fact that nobody else will fuck him. That is what your marriage is based on, and that is all I have to do is introduce some nice titties into the relationship, and that is it. It is over.
Figured out. Yes, I'm obviously the biggest homewrecker you have ever met.
You see that? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, B-Dub? What you gonna do? The only penis you can get is the ones that she don't want.
I want all your husbands.
Somebody said, don't unleash that. Yeah, she could release the Kraken, and she got 2 of them on her chest. She can unleash the Kraken, and there's nothing you can do.
And I'm going to take care of your children, and I'm going to become their new mommy.
She is going to become your kid's mommy. See, they scared. She is
Relaxing.
punking. She is punking
Has a
them.
ring to it, doesn't it? I'm gonna start wearing all the clothes in your closet, if they fit me. And then I'm gonna go after your brother. Because I just want to take everyone's man, and I spend
And she's gonna take your brother.
all of my time doing nothing but hunting for someone who's taken. You're all so right. You got me. I'm just a big old salute. Look at me go. But you may be wondering, Roxy, what do you do in your spare time?
Keisha clothes is gonna fit. It's just gonna be baggy as hell.
What y'all want? God damn. Okay, since
All right. So, actually, there's one more thing I want to show you. That she said that I want to show you. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go upper still. Dang, upper still. Where's that one video? Maybe it's downer. All right, hold on. All right. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait, she's saying hide the hubbies here. Let's see what she's talking about here. Oh, and she's twerking. What are you going to do?
I can take your mans if I want to, but
What are you going to do? She's twerking. Oh, she's standing up. So she's doing it like y'all do it. She's twerking. Where's the complaints? Yep. Nobody. Where the sisters at? She's twerking. She's taking your stuff. Cultural appropriation. Where you at? What you gonna do? Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Brina, she says, yes, girl, we don't. Yeah, so there you go. She's agreeing. Got you all in check. Yep, there she go. Twerking. Where's Caramel Kitten? Where? See, here's the thing. She's taking your stuff. You doing nothing. All right, where is it? Let me see. It's not that one. Here we go. This one right here. Now, she didn't say anything important here, but I just wanted to show y'all her titties. Before I went, just wanted to end this one, say, these are her titties one last time. So there you go. Those are her titties. All right. Now that that's done, on to the next one. Fair use. Now, here we have a Black woman who had an interesting experience on Tinder, but I'll let her explain it. You're welcome, Charles. Hit the like button.
Lots of young single adults sign up for online dating sites and apps and wait to see what kind of traction their profile can get. But when Hadia Rodrigue didn't get the response that she was hoping for, she had a theory. She experimented with the idea of alternating.
Look at this chick. I'm not going to call her ugly or anything. I am going to say that I would unenthusiastically give her the penis. I would be just hard enough to complete the job. And possibly not even complete it. I'll probably just like pull it out in the middle and jack off on her. Not say she's ugly or anything, but very, very plain. And she's deliberately plain in her outfit and stuff like that. She's a very deliberately plain person. All right. And there we go. Let's continue.
Between her actual pictures of a white woman pretending to be her and a white.
Now, this white woman, why she got on flannel, is equally plain. She's equally plain. She would get the equal amount of erection and penis.
Version of herself, and she discovered that made a big difference. So let's welcome her here today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Take me back to the beginning. you're a single woman.
I'm a single
looking to mingle.
30-something woman, fresh out of a relationship, decide to dip into the online dating pool. And it was New Year's Eve, so had a New Year's resolution to find romance. Created my profile, thought I was witty, put up some what I thought were good pictures, and waited for the supposed flood of messages that's supposed to happen when you're a woman.
And so
Did you hear this chick? The supposed flood of messages that's supposed to happen when you're a woman. You hear the sense of entitlement? I am entitled to a flood of messages. It's supposed to happen when you're a woman. When you're a woman, you're supposed to have like a flood. This is how they see you. This is how they respect you fellas who online date. I was just waiting for that flood of messages that's supposed to come my way because I'm a woman. Because I'm a vagina, y'all should just flood your penises towards it. Because I'm a woman. Do y'all hear? I'm playing that part again. That was twisted. So, that little bit, that's what I said, Keith, she's average. That little bit. Hey, but C's get degrees. And sometimes C's get D's. However, like I said, she's hot enough to make my penis just hard enough to get the job done, but barely. And then she'll say something like that, and then that's the tipping point. That takes it down to a C-. She says crap like that. She says, I'm waiting for the flood of men that come to me, that's supposed to come to me because I'm a woman. Here, let me hear this shit again.
that's the
Created my profile, thought I was witty, put up some what I thought were good pictures, and waited for the supposed flood of messages that's supposed to happen when you're a woman.
And so that's the expectation. As a woman on a dating site, or a dating app, you're thinking there's going to be people coming to me.
Yes, and maybe a flood of messages from people you don't.
Oh God.
Want, but usually you expect to be kind of bombarded when you sign up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. So my first 3 days, I got 5 messages and then a steady trickle of 1 to 2 messages for the rest of the time.
And at any point did you say, maybe my pictures aren't right, or maybe my
I did.
Yeah, so you started having questions.
I got a professional photographer to take pictures of me. I put my profile on Reddit and got people to comment. I put it up on Bun's Dating Zone and asked for feedback.
Okay, I don't use Reddit. But what I assumed was that it was like an information site. She's putting her picture up to get people to comment on it. This is starting to get weird. Now, I want to point out something. She got 5 hits in one day. You see how little she values it? Or she got 5 hits in 3 days. You see how little she values. You see how little online dating, how little men are valued in the online dating market. Fellas, would you be happy if you put your profile, hit the like button, if you put your profile on Tinder and 5 women out there want to fuck you? Would you say, oh, wait a minute, I should get a flood. I'm going to start getting professional photographers? Or would you just fuck those 5 women? Like, why don't you just date those 5 guys? If you date one guy every weekend, you will be busy for the entire month. But instead, you complained. You have enough men out there. You only need one. You have enough men out there to fill your space, but yet you complain and cry racism. And cry racism on top of all the extra strange that you got going on in your brain. Fair use. Now, I want to say this. She has a pretty smile. So she looks better here than she does on her profile picture. She just looks awkward there.
Time.
And at any point did you say, maybe my pictures aren't right, or maybe my
I did.
Yeah, so you started having questions.
I got a professional photographer to take pictures of me. I put my profile on Reddit and got people to comment. I put it up on Bun's Dating Zone and asked for feedback. And the general response was that My pictures were great, and my content was also great.
So at what point did you start sort of theorizing that there could be something else afoot?
I mean, I'm a Black woman who's existed in Canada as a Black woman for 36 years. The question was always at the back of my mind.
But you were giving it the benefit of the doubt.
I was, but I'm also an academic,
Yeah.
so I decided to put it to the test.
Wow. She's 36 years old. She's 36 years old. Now, let's just say she started doing this experiment 2 years ago. Notice how in the beginning, she said it's New Year's Eve. It's time to start taking relationships seriously. No, it was time to start taking relationships seriously 15 years ago. Really, 18 years ago. Why do you start taking relationships seriously? Like, you know something? I'm 34 years old. I got 36 eggs left in my uterus, and I think it's time to start taking relationships seriously. You're stupid. You're stupid. Why would you start now? That's like somebody saying, you know something? I'm 35 years old, and it's time I start taking my basketball career seriously. It's time. What were you doing before that? Oh, you was on the CC. You wasn't even on the CC because Tinder is where women on the CC go. What were you doing? You just now started taking it seriously? I would call you an idiot, but you went to Harvard. Idiot. That's not going to stop me. You're stupid. That's a stupid thing to do, to wait so long. Oh, it's New Year's Eve, so I'm going to start taking, as a New Year's resolution, I'm going to start taking relationships seriously. What did you do the other 18 New Year's Day? What was your resolutions, but prior to that? What was your other 17 resolutions?
Test.
Okay, so how did you put it to the test? You had
I sat in a coffee shop with my friend Jessica, who's also a fellow PhD student, and we're about the same height and weight and, you know, similar attractiveness. So I asked if she's willing to be my guinea pig.
True. I will say that. Her and her friend are of similar attractiveness. If not, I would say she's a bit hotter. I like her cheekbones. I do.
Stand-in for my profile.
So this is a picture of her?
Yes.
Okay. And so you put her face on essentially the same profile?
On exactly the same profile.
Yeah, exactly the same
I took my profile down. I made a few slight edits so it wouldn't be immediately obvious that it was the same, but same content, describing the same person.
And the results were?
Well, I got 5 messages in 3 days, and Hadia Blanca, as we called her, got 49 messages in 3 days.
Now,
They even dressed the same. They even dressed the same. Look at this. And like I say, the black one is cuter. The black one is cuter. But she got 49 and you didn't even get to 69. Yeah. Huh. Now, what does this say? Well, she's in Canada. And just like America, it's a majority white country. And I'm pretty sure she's in a majority white area. And majority white men are going to go after white women. So there is that. Even if 100%, like those 5 guys probably represented the only 5 black guys in your area that's on Tinder. Yes, white guys tend to go for white women. So they can have white kids. It's nothing really, and you call it racism. It's not racist. Would it be racism for the black men that want you over her? And why is she smiling and you ain't? Maybe that had something to do with it. Though you're hotter, and though I see more of your titty than I see of her titty, you do fall into a slightly angry black women stereotype. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing about black women. Your reputation is so bad. It is so bad. It is so bad that people just as soon don't want to deal with you unless it's under extraordinarily advantageous circumstances. You know, like the Eve, the Tika Sumners, things like that. Like, unless you're just like an outrageously attractive woman, most people don't want to run the risk that you come with all the psychological issues that are applied with Black women, unless you're exceptionally attractive, which you're not. You know, average ain't bad, but you are that. You are average. Now, you're exceptionally accomplished academically. That doesn't really do anything for you on Tinder.
Now, did any of this account
The Black one got a white shirt and the white one got a black shirt.
for, I don't know the numbers on these sites, but could that have something to do with, I don't know, by and large, people date in their race, I think.
They do.
So could that have anything to do with perhaps there being more Caucasians on the site?
It is possible.
Okay.
But when you conduct interviews with people, they generally express that they're willing to date or happy to date people outside their race. That race doesn't matter. They're just looking for a person.
So that's interesting to me. That is so. We found that people tend to say that. Do you think that they say that to make themselves more attractive, or they think that that's what that they need to say that?
I think it's the latter.
Mm-hmm.
There is research that shows that we tend to give socially desirable answers to questions.
No, it's not, sweet. It's not about social desirability. It's not. People, generally speaking, are willing to date outside of their race. However, they do give priority to their own race. There are B1 people out there right now that will date her. They're B1, but they're D1 too, and she got those Ds. Let's not mistake it. You could be B1, but I bet you those B1s wish that they were her couch right now. So if you ask them, are you willing to date outside your race, and a picture of this chick and her titties come to mind, they're going to say yes. But what they really are saying yes to, yes, I will date outside of my race only in extremely advantageous circumstances. Meaning, like, an average white guy probably wouldn't be interested in an average Black woman. However, an average white guy is going to be interested in an exceptional Black woman. Shout out to Kelly Stamps. Therefore, if you ask him, would he date outside of his race, he's going to think of Kelly Stamps and say, yes. Yes, I would, because I was looking at Kelly Stamps and she's looking kind of nice. And she does the splits and all that good shit. So, yeah, like, that's what they mean. It's not that they're lying. It's just that you are not the exception to their general rule. But yes, they are W1.
And so I think that people say one thing but act another way behind the secrecy and safety of their computer.
Let's go back to the experiment, because it didn't end there.
It didn't.
No. So what was the next step in your experiment?
I knew I would get criticism or questions that perhaps, maybe people just thought Jessica was cuter than me or more approachable. We did get the same number of views. So people would look, but they wouldn't, they would look, but they wouldn't touch in my case.
So they wouldn't engage with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And there is...
So they would look and not swipe. That really says something.
Research that shows that people are less reluctant to engage in cross-race interaction, but if the person who's a minority reaches out, they're more likely to respond back. So I was a person who would often send out messages, but I still wasn't getting that much response back.
So what did you do next?
I decided to make myself white to see if it was my features that were actually keeping people away.
All right.
Take a look, people. Take a look. This is actually happening. This is a thing. This is a thing that is happening. This is real life. This is modern technology. This is modern technology. This is what PhD candidates are doing with their lives right now. This is an actual thing. She said, I decided to make myself white. I decided to just make myself white. Why not? I mean, that's not cultural appropriation, right? So, fellas, this is shit like this is why I don't online date. Because she's playing games. There are guys who look at white her and they actually get excited and they like, ooh, I'm gonna swipe on this. I hope she hits me back, and she's not gonna hit you back, and you don't know why. But it's because she's on there not serious. She is on there playing games. There are guys out there that are serious about dating and fucking, and while she's out playing games, meaning that when she does her pictures, she's out there experimenting. Her friend probably isn't even single. Her friend, but you know, the guys who are the 49 guys that was interested in her friends, they're going to get ghosted. They're not going to get swiped right on, and they're going to wonder why. Why? Because Tinder is where they go to play games, and it's where men go to use game, is where they go to play games. She could have just fucked the 5 guys that she was interested in, or that was interested in her, but nope. She had to do some crap like this. She had to do this. Like, you know, something a regular person would have just let it go. But nope, you had to do this. What is this? You even got the contacts in your eyes. This is some whole bullshit. And this is why I don't trust pictures. This is why I don't trust pictures. This is why I don't trust avatars or nothing. I knew this chick in this space, and she had a picture up for like years. And then when she cammed up, it was all bloated and fat and wig and shit going on. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? They can Photoshop anything. This chick Photoshopped a whole damn race on her person. A whole damn race.
Away.
All right. So now you're blonde haired and blue-eyed. How did you do this? I'm curious.
The magic of Photoshop and a random app on iPhone.
Real simple as that, huh? And then what?
A random app on the magic of Photoshop. Y'all be going. Do you know how many times I went on an online date and it just wasn't quite right? It just wasn't quite right. That's Photoshop. It just be like, it wasn't quite right. And it was never anything as extreme as this. Though I did have a woman lie about her race. Told her I was into black women, and she was like white Latino. And she thought that when I got to her house, I would be so horny that I would just fuck her anyway. I was like, what the hell? You're just gonna pretend like you didn't just tell me that you was a black woman. And like, I don't have anything against white Latinas, but I was like, what the hell? You just gonna pretend? You just gonna pretend like everything cool, like you didn't just lie to me? I have had that happen, but she didn't have any photos. This chick had a photo. Do not go crazy off of avatar pics. They got Photoshops for all kinds of stuff. There's an app for that. She said it was easy. Somebody said witchcraft. No, it's bitchcraft.
What was the reaction to the same profile?
Same profile.
Same profile. And what's the reaction to this one?
She was the most popular of all of them.
She
really? Got 67 messages in the 3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
And okay, so
there you have it. There you have it. She, as a white girl, is hotter than an actual white girl who's hotter than herself. Lord have mercy. All right.
I make like a convincing blonde, I think.
Listen, all the pictures are very attractive. But my question is, what conclusions? You're an academic, so what sort of academic conclusions can you draw from this experiment?
I think that people really are reluctant to reach out across racial divide. I even had people who I had messaged as Black me who wrote to white me.
Oh, Lord.
Really?
Yeah, I had one guy that I went on a date with as my Black self who messaged to my white version. So I think that people, you know, they think they're progressive and maybe they're just not acting as progressively as they think they are. And if you're a person of color,
Fuck progressive. Fuck progressive. Progressive has nothing to do with where I stick my penis. Progressive has nothing to do. So, by that logic, I should hit her up, right? And I should hit her up and say, it would be so progressive if you were to suck my dick. You want to make some progress? Suck my dick. You want to make some progress? Ride me like you're riding that couch. Hey, it's progress, right? You want to be progressive? Then suck my dick. Then fuck me in the rain. Progressive. What kind of crap is that? Who try to rely on progressive ideology to get laid or to attract the opposite sex? What kind of crap is that? She's trying to shame white dick. What kind of crap is it to where, oh, I want to be progressive. And in order to be progressive, you need to date me. What kind of crap is that? I wish that worked. I would survey white chicks right now. And on that survey, I would say, what percentage of Black men what percentage of the men you fucked aren't Black or are Black? And then if they say something like 10%, like, oh, well, there you go. We're 13% of the population, and you're only fucking 10% of us. Therefore, you need to fuck me right now. You need to fuck me right now to balance things out. You have to balance your white Black dick to match the general population. Fuck me. Suck my dick. That is essentially that's what she is saying. She's just saying the female version of that. Equal opportunity dicks. Fuck you. That's the same thing this chick would tell me if I tried to pull some crap like that. Trying to progress some dick in her mouth. That is just bonkers.
Perhaps, you know, if you're looking to meet other people of color, a specific niche site might be better. But I just think that going out into the real world and having actual exposure to people and having people have exposure to you sort of breaks down some of these stereotypes.
You know, we don't have much more time, but I did want to ask you, how did you feel throughout this entire thing? Because you are an academic and we're saying it with a smirk and we're smiling a little bit, but this is your life.
Yeah.
This is your emotions. You were looking for an intimate and romantic connection. And instead you had to do this experiment and you sort of got boiled down to race. How did you feel through this whole thing?
It's a little bit emotionally draining. You'd like to think that you're being seen as a person, but this was a signal that I wasn't. And that online was just not for me, and offline was more successful.
She says offline is more successful, and she went to Harvard. She went to Harvard. She went to Harvard. Did I mention she went to Harvard? But watch what she's about to say.
You'd like to think that you're being seen as a person, but this was a signal that I wasn't, and that online was just not for me, and offline was more successful.
And So this was in the past. Let's talk about the present. It was offline more successful. Are you in, if I may ask, are you?
I am. I met my boyfriend on Facebook of all places.
Okay, not exactly,
Not exactly
in the real
dating.
world. But...
We had matched on Tinder, but we never messaged each other. And
Offline is the better place. Oh, but I met my husband on, I met my boyfriend on Facebook. You know, like that offline. There's a coffee shop. There's a gym called Facebook as well. It's not copywritten because they're in Canada. Oh, I appreciate you. First one of the day. Winthrop, appreciate you. Thanks for the $20. All right. So yeah, she said we should meet offline, but I met my boyfriend on Facebook. It's gonna get worse. Hold on.
deleted.
If I may ask, are you?
I am. I met my boyfriend on Facebook of all places.
Okay, so not exactly,
Not exactly
in the real
dating.
world. But...
We had matched on Tinder, but we never messaged each other. And I deleted everyone on Tinder at one point, so he got lost in the fray. But
remember how in the beginning she was talking about in 3 days I only met 5 guys? And I was saying, why don't you get with one of those 5 guys? Well, apparently she did. She went through all of this and then wound up with one of the first guys that she ghosted to begin with. Stupid. I went to Harvard. So you went through all that. 5 guys message you. And like a normal person should do, just go out with those 5 guys. That's what the men do when 5 women message them back. But nope, you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm a woman, therefore I should have a floodgate of men coming after my pussy. This must be racism. Let me investigate. And then you got your white friend, got the same outfit, the same flannel shirt for whatever strange reason, and took the same picture just to prove that it was racism. And then you whiten yourself. You put a blonde wig on and whiten your eyes. And then after all was said and done, you wound up with the guy that originally connected with you. You deleted it because you got frustrated with Facebook, because you are with Tinder, because you didn't get the slew of men that you were hoping for. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. The brain of chicks like this is spectacular. This is like a beautiful mind. You went through all that rigmarole just to wind up where you were at. Unbelievable.
Are all the apps deleted?
oh well, I
Because
still
that's a
have,
good line. I've learned that. I've been told that that's a good sign of trust in a
they
relationship.
are.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing the story.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's that. All right. Now next, and this happened recently. Shout out to. Oh wait, do I have one more before that? Yeah, and then the next one is here. I could just get rid of this. Next one was my channel because the survey. All right, so this is how serious Black women take marriage. So we showed this guy whose wife towards the end of their marriage only slept with him on his birthday and on Christmas. Mind you, he didn't say Christmas Eve. And nothing for New Year's, nothing for Valentine's Day, nothing for anniversary, just birthday and Christmas. This is how seriously they take marriage. Go to Chantel's because there's a lot more going on with that, with his story that I'm not even going to get into. You can check it out there. You have this chick here who is a professional homewrecker. And you have a chick here who waits to 34 before she thinks about having a boyfriend. Maybe 35 or 36. Who waits to her mid-30s before she even says, something, I'm going to start taking relationships seriously. And by seriously, I mean I'm going to sign up for Tinder, and then I'm just going to play with the guys. The guys that hit me on Tinder, I'm not going to hit them back. I'm going to do all kind of weird ass experiments while I'm playing with the guys. And then I'm going to count how many people message white me. And then I'm just going to shut my profile down and delete all the messages. And then get with one of the guys that I got with anyway. Like you see, this is how serious they take marriage. They put it on the back burner. They're like, this is something I can do in my mid 30s. Because that is the time you should start considering marriage. No, that is the time that you should start preparing the nursery for your third kid. So this is how they view marriage. However, I'm going to show y'all what they sell to you as marriage, what marriage is being sold as. Fair use.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah. Sheldon Ward with the 5-piece. I'm sorry, but I grew up around plenty of OGs and glad I'm one now. Folks just don't want to listen because there was a destruction of the community.
Yeah.
That was true as well, because when I was young, I didn't want to listen either until I had to bump my head a few times. So that's a...
Listen to who? Listen to who? If you are Gen X, there's nobody to listen to. Well, there was. The traditionals. Shout out to them, those who are still around. You can't listen to boomers. But listen to this.
That's a fact. Uncle Stepdaddy with the 5-piece. However children act, they grow into those same adults. It starts at home. Agreed. And that's why we got to, again, focus more on being in the home to guide these kids. That shit is of the utmost importance. J-Dub with the 10-piece. 2002 Pew Research also found Black women have high aspirations when choosing a mate. 55% of Black women wanted a well-educated man compared to only 28% of white women.
And that is a very, very poignant thing. Black women do have a tendency to ask for more and demand less. It's not just education that they ask for more. They ask for more height, more money, more packs on their abs. They just ask for more. But okay, here's what I mean. It's very likely that she is asking for less than her. That her is asking for less than her. That her is asking for less than her. That is very possible. And quite frankly, very likely in an unfortunate way.
Black women want Captain America. Jesus. Gavin with the 2-piece. I think marriage is only to get yours when it ends. And Congo back again with the 10-piece. Thank you for being vulnerable. Y'all are helping a lot of people real time. That's a fact, man. And again, I want to, salute to everybody on this panel. When we put these panels together, I say it a lot. I don't come, somebody watches us for 4 hours and don't take nothing that they can apply to their life. We fail.
Yes.
That's how I feel. Woo. You know what I'm saying? And tonight, powerful. In one word, powerful, man. So salute to y'all. Salute to, Crusader Nation in the building, man. Y'all done had the chat lit all night. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. Salute to the chat. So y'all on y'all job. Salute to y'all. This has been a hell of a show. But before we get out of here, like I said, I got one last question in terms of solutions. We get to talking about, again, doing too much in terms of showing interest and things of that nature. I think the goal is for us to be together. The only way that we can progress as far as our culture is if we improve the nuclear family. So that, the first step to that is the intro. First is begin with. So solution wise, just after hearing
Okay. What he's saying is in order to improve the black unit is to get the nuclear family back going. Do you think she gives a shit about that? How important is the nuclear family structure to her? How important is the nuclear family structure to his ex-wife? If it was important, she would fuck him more than on his birthday and Christmas. How important was the nuclear family structure to her? How important was the nuclear, like all of this time, all this, she's 36. She's 36. She spent the majority of her life not thinking about the nuclear family structure. They don't take it seriously. So he's trying to have the conversation, we need to get the nuclear family structure back together. Now, watch these bobbleheads. Watch the bobbleheads after he say that. Hold on.
like showing interest and things of that nature, I think the goal is for us to be together. The only way that we can progress
Y'all
as
hear
far
that?
as our culture is if we improve the nuclear family unit. So
Y'all see the bobbleheads? The goal is for us to be back together. Uh-huh. Look at this one. Look at our bobblehead. Uh-huh. Yeah. The goal. That is not your fucking goal. That is not your fucking goal. Look at this one right here. That is not her fucking goal. We know that that's not Kayla's goal. The goal is to know that is your goal, and they are manipulating. They are manipulating that. That is his goal. That is not her goal. Her goal is to get as many people to hit her profile as possible for an ego boost. Her goal is to get a number of people to come flooding at her pussy. That's her goal. So, but they want that to be your goal. Why? So when they're in their mid-30s, they know that you've been waiting. You've been waiting to accomplish that particular goal. You are right where she left you at 18 or 19 or 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or 24 or 25. Oh, you're still waiting around to accomplish that goal of black love, huh? Okay, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Well, you're still waiting around, huh? Okay, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, it's New Year's. Now it's time to start taking it seriously. But watch what happens. Fair use.
that the first step to that is the intro. First step to that is us getting together to begin with. So solution wise,
Bobbleheading and this dude.
just after hearing everybody's takes and things of that nature, what do y'all feel like is the main key in terms of making that happen?
Ladies first.
I would say more positive and realistic views of marriage. Platforms like these who
Realistic views of marriage, sweetie. He had a realistic view of marriage. Did she have a realistic view of marriage? What was her view of marriage? Her view of marriage is something that you just put off till you have 36 eggs left. Her view of marriage is something that you just say at 35. You know something, I need to start relationshiping. But they want us to have a positive view. It's not the men that have a negative view of it, sweetie. It's not. The 5 guys that messaged her probably had a positive view of marriage.
where you're not like the men who are like, don't get married. These women ain't this. Go get your passports.
You see that? Immediately go at the men. The men are the problem. No, No, it is not, sweetie.
No, your guys are saying some things that are influential for Black men, because I think a lot of young Black men are not guided in a way to want to prepare for marriage. Because when we get
Ha! Do y'all hear this? She still want people to guide their sons into marriage blindly. Blindly. You want to know how you guide your sons into marriage? By staying married. By being the married mother to a married father, and your son should be hearing y'all fucking every night. And then he will grow up and was like, okay, I seen my mama cook, clean, and fuck. I want a woman that, because that's what marriage is. I want that. But y'all don't do that. Sons see their fathers get dragged through child support court, while the mother whispers in the son's ear, hey, I know he didn't, but let's play make-believe and say daddy touched you. You want that Nintendo or whatever the fuck kids play nowadays. You want that Nintendo, right? Just say daddy touched you and you'll get that Nintendo. Just tell this white man that daddy touched you. Yeah. And then when you grow up, I want you to get married too. Lead by example. Don't lead by stupid ass words. Because what's going to wind up happening is you're going to raise a generation that's waiting around for women like this to do it on her terms. That's stupid. Lead by example. Show better. She had those 5 guys. If she cared about the example and it's all about the community, then she would have married those 5 guys by now. But nope. See, they want the men to be marriage-minded because marriage-minded men are easily manipulated.
get the men together, the leaders of this community, that's gonna really, when they're not.
She just said the leaders of this community. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ever notice that we're only the leaders when they're passing out blame? Black men are the leaders of the blame department. We're the leaders of the complaint department. You know that box at Burger King to where it actually has like a little pencil and a little paper, and you write your complaint on it and you stick it in the box? I used to work at Burger King. That goes nowhere. Nobody reads it. Ever. 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 That, and I got a feeling that money that you donate to like the foreign, to end starvation, I think they just pocket that too. I think they just pocket that too. I've never seen it, but I strongly suspect that they just pocket it. Anyway, we are that box. We are that like, oh yeah, you're the leader of the community. You're the leader of the community. What about this guy? How much of a leader in his house was he? How much of a leader was he when you didn't wash his clothes for like 3 years? You just washed your clothes. How much of a leader was he when you stopped fucking him? He couldn't even lead his dick to your mouth for years. Oh, but you're the leader. When we talk about, you're the leader. I want to lead you down the aisle, but once you get there, I'm going to treat you like shit. That's what's actually going on, fellas. And they are still trying to perpetuate this nonsense. This is going to get worse. This is going to get worse. Just watch you, me.
Entertaining the women that's working in the club and getting these BBLs, doing all this extra stuff, and they're not paying attention to those women. They're actually looking for wives. Women line up. They'll be like, oh, that's
ain't that a bitch? Okay, I'll bite. let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment. I want you fellas to go online and say, I'm looking for a wife, and then wait for the women to line up. Go to Tinder, go to Bumble or some crap like that and say, hey, I'm looking for a wife. And wait for them to line up. Just wait. You will be in line until they're 36. But I want you to try that. I want you, like, oh, I didn't think that, I should have told them I was looking for a wife. In fact, message her. Message her. Tell her, I'm looking for a wife. See, don't you get blocked?
That's not what they want. Okay, I'll go after what the men want. So I feel like, and all for women, like we also need to get in line as well. It's on both sides.
These bobbleheads, they be bobbling their head because they know that they spewing garbage. Ever notice how chicks like this will boast that I had several marriage proposals? Like whenever somebody say that's why you single, they always respond with, oh, I had several marriage proposals. Oh, but I thought you just line up to the guy. When was the last time any of you, you, and you, when was the last time any of you was in line for a regular guy looking for marriage, especially you? When was the last time y'all was in the marriage line for a regular guy? I'm not talking about NBA All-Star Weekend. I'm talking about when was the last time you was in line? And they bobbling. And the dudes are bobbling. Freaking bobblehead people.
That it's a bigger picture to build a family. Family needs to come back again.
To build a family. There are 5 women here. I am willing to bet that they have a total, and they all look past 30. I'm willing to bet that they are possibly 3 kids between these 5 women. And I bet you it's 0 born in wedlock. And 0 who are actually with the father of those kids right now. Not a nuclear family amongst you. Not a nuclear family amongst you. Because y'all make no effort towards nuclear family. Ever. Ever. Ever! Not an effort. Not one step have you made in your entire adult existence towards nuclear family. You haven't done shit. Ever. Miss me with that crap. You done nothing. You done nothing. You set up a Tinder profile just so you can have a boyfriend, just so you can have dick when you're not busy with something else. You never did any effort, and you expect more effort from the men.
Stop following after.
And look at them bobble. Look at her bobble.
Entertainers and social media lifestyle, and really come back together and build the family together. And what that really
bobbling
looks like, because I don't feel like we're prepared. We don't see it around us. We don't see healthy marriages around us. We don't have a realistic view of marriage. So once we put that out there of what a real marriage is supposed to look like, maybe that'll help us prepare ourselves to be.
Does it look like yours? Does it look like yours?
Be ready for marriage.
Ricky, I seen you shaking your head. Go ahead, dive in, bro. It's a solution.
Shout out to Daryl, man. Shout out.
Here we go. This is about to get really, really deep. This part here, hit the like button first. Actually, before I even play it, I'm gonna check the likes, because y'all gonna want to hear this, and I'm not playing. Y'all be fucking No like button hitting niggas. So let me just check right now. Look at this. All right.
We live in a city now.
Yeah, let me get yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. That's within decent range. That's within decent range. Keep them coming, fellas. Keep them coming. All right. So I'll keep that up so I can monitor the likes. All right. All right. Yeah, it's about to get interesting.
Shout out to you, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell this story. I've been with my wife 25 years. I raised my children. I raised other people's kids.
All right. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of what's about to happen. I raised my wife. I raised other people's kids. But what about the whole nuclear family thing that you was bobbling your head to? What about the whole nuclear family thing? Just saying.
I sacrificed.
Bobbles. Bobbles.
And I hear what y'all saying. I didn't have a dad.
Bobble. 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 Come on. Come on.
I had to figure it out.
Ah, that's a big bobble.
Take your time, G. Take your time.
Straight up.
You sound like a great father.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Why? Why does he sound like a great father? Why does he sound like a great father? What has he said that makes him a great father? See, they're trying to encourage behavior that benefits them. You sound like a great father to other people's kids. And they just a bobbling.
Y'all got to be willing to love each other. Y'all don't love each other, bro. Y'all don't. Y'all love money. Y'all love trips.
He has a
Y'all
point here.
sit up here and give y'all life away to somebody who won't give you their last name.
He has a point here.
I raise other people's kids. I raise my kids. Some of them great, some of them not. But I was fucking there. I was there.
I'm going to pause for a second. I'm just going to repeat it. I raise other people's kids. Some of them great, some of them not. So I don't know what that means. Like, are some of them on the pole? Or what is that? What? Okay. This is actually happening. Now, somebody said something in the chat room, and I did some research. And this also happened. So apparently that's the same guy. In a pink wedding dress. With whoever this guy is. I know he's something sports. Apparently You want to be an example of masculinity? You're trying to figure out fatherhood while displaying yourself in a dress. Holy crap, this is a different dress. Wait a minute. Oh no, this is not pink. That's just the way it looked on my screen. But I was like, wait, because that would mean that he did it more than once. Oh, this is a different guy? Because, I could tell the ages are different, which would mean that, I mean, I typed in his name, but, they look different, but that could be because of the age. Who knows? Who knows? I hope it's not him. I really do. I hope it's not him. So it may or may not be him. Who knows?
And when this ain't no diss to nobody, but when I tell it's no different when I'm on here and I'm telling y'all, man, y'all got to get over that bullshit, man. The same way I got to sit and look at kids that I raised, right? That I didn't make.
It is eating him. It is eating him that he's raising kids that he didn't make. Now, I will say this. Here, I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second. Hit the like button while I do this. Now, I always said that I make exceptions in exceptional circumstances. Hit that like button. All right. This is what I would describe as an exceptional circumstance. This is the page of family values. I seen her on Chantel's the other day. I don't know. She had kids before they married, but I think she had like 1 or 2 before they got married. But now she has like 8 of them or some crap like that. She has like all the kids. After that, she's a housewife. She be on her pick me stuff. So this would classify as an exceptional circumstance.
How to stop being combative? Well, along with that self-work, a part of that is self-reflection in learning your role as a woman. You're tapping into your humility. I think that's really big and would allow you to be able to hold your tongue, because people who always have to be combative always feel like they're right, that they are the ones that are right. And we need to tap into that empathy and just put yourself in other people's shoes, what they may be feeling. That should be your first thought. Why are they so angry? Why are they feeling this way? And try to get yourself out of your own emotions and put yourself into their shoes. And that is what allows you to actually be quiet and listen and like, okay, let me reflect.
Okay, so enough of that. So yeah, that is what actually you should be doing. So she gets it, and she got the husbands, and she got like all the kids. I'm looking at the picture, like the little thumbnail picture. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she got 1 in the oven. So, maybe 2, or maybe somebody didn't show up for family picture day. But, so she got all the kids, so he's not complaining about her single mother status when they met, because she got in line and got with the program. The fact that this dude is still complaining, I get the feeling that there wasn't as much program getting as a family value situation.
Right? But then we get in these spaces and everybody, I'm a simp, I'm a sucker. So the very thing we need to be fucking together, y'all don't even listen to me, bro. And I did what everybody expected me to do. Did I go about it the right way? No, I didn't, but I stuck through it.
God. Okay. So there's a lot that's not being said here. He obviously somehow messed up in parenting, but he stuck through it. Notice how there isn't talks of happiness here. There isn't talks of, I'm so happy that I was with my loving wife of all these years. There isn't any talk like that. I noticed that. There isn't any, he's not selling you on the marriage. He's selling you on the I stuck with it. I raised people, kids. He's basically like, I went through hell. And I should be commended for going through hell while they bobble their head. They are bobbling their head with the fact that he's not telling the story of happiness. He is telling the story of tragedy. He is telling, okay, you know what God's chosen went through in the mid to late 40s in Germany? You know that thing that they went through? And then some of them survived that thing. And then they went to that country and then they cried. Like, that is what he is describing. Like during the Vietnam War, you have those people that were captured and then they touched down in JFK. And then, there are tears of happiness that they're finally released from their misery. And then they get on their knees and kiss the ground. That is what he's doing. He's like, I have endured. These are tears of endurement. These are not tears of joy. Why is he looking like this? Why is Brandon Darrell looking like this? Why is he looking misty? Why is he misty at what's going on here? He's not even describing a happy marriage. He's describing a tragic marriage. He's not going to say a good thing about his marriage other than the fact that he endured it. That he came out of the marriage alive, and possibly all of the kids did too. Possibly. And pay attention to the Bibles.
Like, y'all don't even listen to me, bro. And I did what everybody expected me to do. Did I go about it the right way? No, I didn't, but I stuck through it.
See? Notice. He didn't do what he wanted to do. He didn't do what would make him happy. He didn't do anything like that. He didn't live his best life. He didn't YOLO. He didn't ride the Casey. He didn't ride the coochie carousel like her. He didn't live his best life. He sacrificed his life. He said he did what everybody expected him to do. Just like this guy. Learn Crypto TV. Just like this guy. He did what people expected him to do, and they paid him for it by not fucking him. So now what is he doing? He is living his life in Colombia. Shout out to Learn Crypto TV. He is living his life in Colombia. For the first time in his life, he lived his life for himself. See, it's fine to live your life for others as long as those others are living their life for you, but they are not. He is not telling a great tale of happiness when it comes to marriage. He is telling a tragic tale of obligation. I did what everybody expected me to do. And he's crying. And everybody else has a funeral face. This is a funeral face. I was at a funeral last month. I know the face. This is a funeral face. You even if you loosely know the person, you can't just, it's a solemn type expression. Everybody knows the funeral demeanor that you must maintain at a funeral. They're going to maintain that throughout the thing. Bobbling.
And it's not appreciated. It's not. No matter what y'all say, it's not.
And she is the biggest bobbler. She is the biggest bobbler. I bet you she gives some good head. She knows how to bobble. She knows how to bobble that neck.
It's frowned upon. Y'all spit on it. Y'all minimize it. Y'all make it trivial. It's not. No matter what y'all say, it's not.
I want y'all to hear this part again while she bobs.
And it's not appreciated. It's not. No matter what.
It is not appreciated. He raised other people's kids and his own. And it is not appreciated. He was not appreciated. He did what he was supposed to do, what everybody told him to do. He did it. He did it! And it was not appreciated. Women show their appreciation through sex, submission, and sandwich. Sex, submission, and sandwich. He didn't get those things. It was not appreciated. And they are bobbing their head. This one right here, said that we should teach men the virtues of marriage. What virtue? He just spent, I don't know how old this dude is, but he just spent a great portion of his life in service to others, and it went unappreciated. And they are bobbing their heads saying, y'all should continue to do that. That is sad. This man is, and don't laugh and don't call him simp. This man is having a breakdown. This is what happens. Listen, you know what he is? He's a used battery. He's a used battery. But worse than a used battery, I want y'all to imagine a toy. Let's just say a toy like a Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So 100 people watching, 78 likes. Hit the like button. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Let's just say you are a kid. And somebody gives you a Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. And they give you a battery. And you know that you as the battery know that you are going to get drained. You know that. But you take pleasure, you take comfort in knowing that in the process of getting drained, you is making a kid happy. You are making a kid happy. So in that process of getting drained, you are making a kid happy. That's what you're hoping for. But the kid just turns the toy on, leaves it, and go play Xbox. And play and play and play. And then the toy runs out of battery and the kid throws the battery away. That's him. He was drained for everything. And left with nothing. And now all he could do is what he was programmed to do. And that is promote the lifestyle that drained him so much. I mean, yeah, he's pleading to the women to appreciate it more. Do you think it's going to happen? Use battery, use machine, basically whatever you want to call it. He is an object. He's a piñata with no candy in it. The kids hit it and hit it and hit it. And then no candy come out. Use piñata. It's tragic. Look at her face. Look at all of their face. Funeral faces. You want to know why they have funeral faces? Because they're looking at the death of a man's soul. They're looking at the empty shell, what's left over after the soul of a man is drained from him. For years, he was drained. That's why they have that funeral. They're looking like, wow, this is a soulless man. And they are actually, and the reason why they bobble their head is because they appreciate his sacrifice. He sacrificed his soul to the gods or to the goddess of black vagina. He sacrificed his soul to it because his mama told him to. Because he wanted to be a better man than his pappy. He overcompensated for his pappy and got drained. Who's that? Shao Kahn or Sun Tzu? Who's the Mortal Kombat dude that that takes people's soul? Goro? The shapeshifter that takes people's soul. Let me know in the chat room. He's what's left over after that. Sang Tzu. Thank you. Shang Tzu.
Y'all say it's not. It's frowned upon. Y'all spit on it. Y'all minimize it. Y'all make it trivial. And all I'm trying to tell is I fucking love y'all, man. If ain't nobody told you, I fucking fuck with y'all. But we looked at it like, oh, you the throwaway dude.
Told you. Battery. Disposable throwaway dude. They put this dude through the. I'm not gonna make y'all know I roast people. You know, y'all know I call people simps and stuff. I am not going to make this. This is tragedy. This is not comedy. This is tragedy. He was used and abused and drained, and he stood in it the whole time. And all these bobbleheads are thanking him for his service. You know, you ever see a vet? All respect to a vet. You ever see a vet and he's missing something? You know, he's a amputee, and all you could do is thank him for his service. That's what's going on here. They're thanking him for his service, but they don't actually appreciate his service. Because if they did, they would respect it. They would treat him better. They would respect him more while he's serving. They would donate blood while he's serving. They would give their moral support while he's serving. He was drained. He can't sell you on a happy marriage because he didn't have one. They're doing it out of a sense of duty and honor, not out of love and happiness. That is not what's going on here. He got into an honorable contract with a dishonorable being. When you get married, you put the responsibility of your own happiness in the hands of your partner. Both sides do this. He put his happiness in her hands, and she put his happiness in his hands. And out of duty and honor, he did his best to make her happy, and she didn't do shit. And this man right here, salute to him, is what is left over. This is tragic. It's not comedy. This is a tragedy.
This is what y'all tell me. This is what y'all tell me. Why y'all think we keep getting the shit we get, bro? Why y'all think? The ones y'all need, y'all don't want. The ones y'all need, y'all don't want them. Y'all don't want them. Y'all want the glitz, the glam. Y'all want all the pretty shit. But soon as something happen that you don't like with me, fuck me. Fuck it. All them, one fuck up, take away all them data boys. 44,000 a year. 44,000 a year. My wife got a house, she got a car, she got a place she can call her own. She got a place where her grandbabies can come play with her. Yeah. Yeah, no big ball and shit.
All right, so he wasn't the dude in the picture. Thank goodness for that. He wasn't the dude in the picture, because he said he made $44,000 a year, or hopefully that's not how much he's paying in child support or something like that. But notice how he said that she has grandkids. I'm wondering if they had kids together, or was he just like 100% stepdaddy, like all the way? I'm actually kind of curious at this point. Did they have kids together? Hit the like button. That like button and get 5 more. Oh, I got to point out something. In the bottom right corner, right here, I think she might be psychotic. Now, I'm not really an expert on stuff like that. But I doubt she's the only one. Her expressions to this particular situation kind of reflects somebody who's very bad at pretending like she gives a shit. Oh, these other chicks, they don't give a shit either. But they are, look at this. Like, yeah, like, look at this chick. They don't give a shit either. But this one is so bad at pretending. Here's what I mean. Let me show you. Let me go back a little bit.
Shot call. She can. Mm-hmm. 44,000 a year. 44,000 a year. My wife got a house. She got a car. She got a place she can call her own. She got a place where her grandbabies can come play with her. Yeah.
Y'all see that? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just tripping. All right. But furthermore, notice how he says she got a house. She got a car. She got kids that play with her. What do you have? Honestly, what do you have? I mean, you should say we have grandkids, but you're not. You should say we have a house, right? But you're not. It looks like you're made to pay alimony or something, and you're still calling her your wife. I don't know what the. I don't. It's. I mean, this man sees. Okay. He has been conditioned to look at the situation like, this is her house. I just live in it. She got a house. I just paid for it. She got grandkids. I just gave the sperm for the kids. This situation is tragic. This man is breaking down because it is tragic. And the one in the bottom right, maybe that's just her demeanor. Maybe I'm just tripping, reading too much into it. Catch the replay. Somebody said they battery low. Catch the replay, brother. All right, Childhound, thanks a lot for the heavy hand. I appreciate you, brother. It says, made that mistake years ago. Never again. Never a seed that's not mine. Listen, like I said, with family values, I'm willing to make exceptions under exceptional circumstances. Yeah, he's taking care of, like one that's not his, but he's taking care of 6 that is his, with a chick who, after every pregnancy, seemed to bounce back. She seems to bounce back after every pregnancy. Like, this is her. This is her at 8 months. This was filmed yesterday. This is her at 8 months. And after 8 kids. She's pregnant right now. So, once again, exceptional under exceptional circumstances, but those circumstances are extraordinarily rare. Extraordinarily rare.
Yeah, no big ball and shot calling. Oh, get to the bag. Bag chases. Yeah.
Okay, so people are saying I'm correct. So maybe I know her better than me, but it does look like she's playing Tetris on the same screen that this dude is crying on. It looks like she's like playing a video game on that screen while just looking and shaking her head, or she's like, taking selfies or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm getting that vibe. I don't know the chick, but y'all say y'all do, and there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's powerful shit, man. Grown man shit. Like I say, at the end of the day, bro, it take, leadership. Something like this shit ain't gonna be comfortable all the time.
What the fuck? It ain't gonna be comfortable all the time. I get it, but as long as both parties understand that. As long as both parties understand that it's not going to be comfortable. How many times? Most of the 70% of divorces initiated by the women, and the main reason that they do it is because they're uncomfortable. Read unhappy. Oh, I'm not happy anymore, so I'm going to divorce. How come nobody tells them that it's not supposed to be comfortable? No, it's you're introducing a new world of responsibility. Look at her face. Oh God. Anyway, you're introducing a new world of responsibility. For a greater good. But there's an expectation on one side of perpetual happiness, that build upon each other indefinitely. Every year should be better than the previous year in the way that they describe better. And if it's not, then you leave and get a new one. That is the way they see it. But the brothers here seem more practical, yeah, it's not always going to be comfortable. Is it ever going to be comfortable? And listen, I'm not asking for perpetual comfort, but what I do require is that you do your best to assume or to assure that I am comfortable. And that means keep your body right, keep your pussy tight as my dick. Let's be clear. When I say tight, I mean like I want it to fit my shit as I have trained it to do over all of the time. That's what I'm talking about. But they want to do shit like make brothers like this wait all year. He only got it when he was married. I mean, he gets it now, but he only got it like on Christmas and his birthday. And now he's in Colombia, and every week is his birthday.
Tell people, they be like, bro, like you got some tips, like how y'all been together that long, man? How y'all did it? Fighting every day. To
Fighting every day? This is marriage? So the chick B Taylor TV, she's like, I want y'all to start encouraging young men to get married. And this dude, you got one dude crying, and then you got one dude saying we fighting every day. It's a fight every day. Like, what do you win? What do you win? Listen, every man know. Big, small, MMA, not MMA, soldier, civilian, every man knows. You only fight in the battles that are easy enough to win and important enough to fight. Period. That is when you fight. We all know that. We all know when to fight. There's no winning. What do you win? Why is it important enough to fight? What do you gain in this?
maintain this shit. I say it all the time. Like love is, people see love and they think of fantasy and allure and shit like that. Love is duty. Love is responsibility. Love is waking up every day and choosing that person every.
It is. I agree with this brother. Shout out to Thrill AC. Love is duty. You have a duty to those you love. That same concept is applied to parenthood. I agree with that. But where is her sense of duty? Where is their sense of duty? If you ain't fucking pygmies, you ain't fucking shit. Nobody else has a sense of duty but pygmies. These chicks ain't shit. 5 for 5 ain't shit. None of them, at least as far as I know, I didn't watch the whole 3 hours, but none of them has suggested anything to be a better bitch. All these men are talking about how to be better men. All of them. What can I do to be a better man? Duty, honor, responsibility, blah, 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 blah. Be a positive black man. All of these are talking about how to be a better man. But where's the better bitch? Where in the fuck is the better bitches? Not one of you heifers is saying this is how you be a better bitch. Not one! Fucking tramps. Not one of you is tramps, all of you. I agree. Right sentiment, wrong person, wrong group of bitches. Hit the like button.
Every day. We ain't gonna like each other every day. We gonna get into it. We gonna beef. We gonna say a lot of shit that we don't mean in the heat of the moment and all type of shit. But love is going to sleep and waking up in the morning, choosing each other and trying this shit again the next day, trying to make this shit work the next day. Because fact is, we come from a community to where we don't have many examples of this shit. We figuring it out as we go. Literally.
No, love is going to sleep and waking up with my dick in her mouth. There's no love if there's no love back.
Figuring it out as we go. So, of course, it's going to be mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I love you enough to where regardless of me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, you not knowing what the fuck you doing, we're going to choose each other every day and we're going to try to figure this shit out together. And if we crash and burn, we're going to crash and burn together, trying to figure this shit out. That's what love is. Anything else said is just fodder. It's bullshit. So like that's what it takes. And it's discipline, it's responsibility. It's again, waking up and choosing each other every day. It ain't shit easy about it. It ain't shit fantasy world about it. But it's necessary. Right? Because it's not about
it's a fantasy world for them. Yeah, you're right. It's a nightmare for the dudes. However, it is a fantasy world for them.
us at the end of the day, especially when we got kids in this situation. It's about them seeing a example so they don't have to go through the same shit we did, bumping our head trying to figure it out, because we got a living example right there at the crib. And it ain't perfect. It's not movie-like. But when they look at, when your kids look at y'all, they should be able to see the genuine love there, even though we don't get it right every day. I feel like setting that example is enough to push us forward as a community. Just say, have kids and argument once.
None of these bitches give a damn about the community. You want to know how you could tell when a woman cares about the community? When she sounds like this. This chick has more kids than all those 5 chicks on the panel put together. That is what she's doing for the community. And you want to know what else she's doing for the community? Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen to what else she's doing for the community.
What did I do wrong? What kind of facial expression did I do to make this person even angrier? Or, just ask yourself these questions and take ownership and accountability for whatever it is that may have brought the situation up in the first time. And sometimes maybe you're just completely innocent. Even in those times, it's like, okay, they must be going through something. There is not me that they're upset with. There's something bigger.
You see how she is concerned about her husband's well-being? So 20 years later, he's not on YouTube crying his eyes out? See how focused on his happiness she is? See, she gets it.
And then when you actually humble yourself and say, okay, maybe I just need to let this person deal with whatever it is that they're dealing with, you're able to practice being quiet. And then on top,
there you go. See, these are the words of women that actually, if you ain't fucking pick-me's, you ain't fucking shit. Foreign or domestic, if you ain't fucking pick-me's, you ain't fucking shit. East or west, if you ain't fucking pick-me's, you ain't fucking shit. North to south, if you ain't fucking pick-me's, you ain't fucking shit.
top of that, especially if it's between a woman and a man, I think understanding that you are a woman and you're not equal to a man, and that you should not be trying to combat a man. Can you beat him up, sis? No, you can't. Just shut up. Like, understand that this is a grown man. You're not equal.
All right, enough of that.
Slip up, fuck it. We going our separate ways. We add to the problem. We gonna continue to repeat the same cycle, and we ain't gonna never see us reach our full potential that we can reach, because our nuclear family unit is not important enough to us to fight for. So you know what, just I mean, going a long tangent, man, but that what bro's saying is powerful, man. That shit hit me in the chest. It hit. I'm reading the chat. Everybody's saying the same thing.
It was powerful. It was powerful.
Straight up, man. And I'm sure I can speak for everybody when I say we love you too, G.
Yeah, we do.
And you being on these panels and giving us this harsh truth, this harsh reality that a lot of niggas is not getting in their regular life. Like that, that's the dope part about these platforms, bro. It's like this video gonna go up. It's gonna be 20,000 people that then watched it by Saturday.
Yeah.
So if we could reach out and help one of them, we did our job. We did our job. So salute to you, bro. I just want to say, man, that shit was powerful, bro.
And I'll say this.
Don't say nothing.
Is that what you guys are doing?
Don't say nothing.
Open up from the men's perspective. I can't.
Shut up.
I'm a woman, so I can only reach out to women. So I can imagine what y'all are doing behind the scenes for men.
Yeah, damn. Shout out to Ron Isley. Can't you see two men are talking? What the hell? Shut the hell up. Shut the fuck up. Can't you see two men are talking? Shut the fuck up. I hate you. Hold on. Hit the like button.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So if we could reach out and help one of them, we did our job. We did our job. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you, bro. I just want to say, man, that shit was powerful, bro.
And I'll say this, is that what you guys are doing and Ricky opening up the vulnerability like that from the men's perspective? Because I can't, I'm a woman, so I can only reach out to women. So I can imagine what y'all are doing behind the scenes for men, because I have women reaching out to me on my platform. Literally, I have a woman, several women reach out and say, I was going to commit suicide tonight, but I was going to give life one more chance, and your video popped up. That's the type of impact that I inspire. And this platform and the people on here, y'all are on here for a reason. We're all different. We all have different aspects and experiences and backgrounds and everything. I grew up without a mother. I was raised by my grandparents. A lot of you guys grew up without fathers. And this is realistic view of the Black community. And there's a lot of...
She's making it about her.
Healing that needs to happen. I feel like social media has ruined the reality of what's really going on in this community, that we all struggling. You got women on one side, insulting the men for not making enough. You got men feeling worthless because they're not making enough, and they're trying to impress the women because that's what the women are.
Oh my God. This is why I tell you to shut the fuck up. We have men on one side upset that they're not we have women on one side complaining that men aren't making enough, shaming men for not making enough. And then we have men on the other side that's not making enough. You just shamed them for not making enough. You just don't even say how much he make. I'm Don Corleone. Don't ever talk to me about money. Shut the fuck up. You are not helping. And why are people calling you when they feel a need to? There is a national hotline for crap like that. Why are they calling you? Listen, I had those emails and those calls as a content creator too. And I always refer, I am not a professional. I am not a professional. How fucked up are you? How arrogant are you to think that it's your place to try to do that? And anybody here who want to call me on that, listen, my heart goes out to you. I'm not a professional. I am not. And quite frankly, I refuse to accept responsibility. So it's nothing personal, but I don't want anything like that on my hand, in my head, and on my soul. I don't. So please don't come to me with that. No, and if you come and you just want to talk, then that's cool. But at the end of the day, if you feeling that way, there are professionals, which I'm not, But she ain't either. How fucked up is this shit? She talking while men are talking? Man.
Saying, and we're all just trying to find solutions, and this is a solution-based platform, and I'm very thankful for it. And that's why I come here every Wednesday, because regardless if we disagree or not, we're making an impact on somebody every week.
It's fab to the stage, gang. What you got to add to this?
Man, I'm just listening, man. I was in the chat talking a little bit, giving them some real, But shit, I heard everything Ricky was saying, man. I hope he was a great example for his kids and his stepkids. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, even with dudes in the home in our generation, a lot of us didn't have the right example. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the chat, my stepdad used to buy weed from me. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? My stepdad used to steal from me a lot. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Used to steal from my mom's a lot. Used to bring me and my brother school clothes back when we go to school for the first day of school. We come home with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got my first car. I used to park it by my other nigga crib. You get what I'm saying? Just so they don't take it while I'm asleep type shit. I grew up in them trenches, man. I grew up in them trenches. I used to cry walking.
Why is he smiling about that shit? Listen, as a hood rage dude myself, I will tell you that there's nothing spectacular about it. I'm from the hood, I'm from the block, I'm from the hood, I'm from the block, I'm from the hood, I'm from the block, I'm from the block to block to block. That shit, the ghetto, that shit is not fun. There is nothing exciting about getting an inferior education and shit like that. There is nothing spectacular about it. There's nothing fun about this shit. Well, I mean, it's fun as childhood is supposed to be. But the only thing that you have to show for it is interesting stories about from people who would rather have not lived those lives. People hear the stories and yeah, you like telling them because you seem like the most interesting point in the room. Tell them about the roaches. Tell them about seeing the roaches in your cereal. But that shit is not fun. And nothing you just described is fun. It's interesting. My stepdaddy used to steal my school. That is fucked up. What is he doing with a kid's school clothes? Yes, that would make you something interesting. That's something interesting to say when people who had a stepdaddy, I never had a stepdaddy, but who didn't have that. It sounds interesting, but no, it's fucked up. Stop championing that shit. Stop telling the story with a silly ass grin on your face.
Walking from Walmart all the way to the crib. Like, damn, like I'm the realest nigga out here for real. Why shit ain't coming together? You get what I'm saying? So
what's real about that? Suffering hardships does not make you real. It's real tragic. Like, yeah, I'm real because somebody stole my school clothes. So I parked down this. That does not make you real.
I felt everything that he was saying, bro. Like, and niggas look at you crazy when you start complaining. You get.
Why did you feel what he said? I don't like this dude. Why did you feel what he said? Why did you feel his tragedy of being a stepdad relates to you being a stepchild of a poor stepdad? Why do you relate to him? What relationship do you have with him? Is he your stepdad? Is he your stepdad? I feel his situation. Why are you trying to, like, what the hell? What do y'all have in common? Annoying. And what are you? What are you? You're a car black Asian, aren't you? What the fuck are you?
You know what I'm saying? Or when you start other side watching and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Or when you see kids that got they parents and they doing everything they supposed to do, and then the kid fail. Like, I just be looking at them niggas crazy. Like, what the fuck was you doing? Because if you was like, if I had Joe stick, boy, goddamn, I'd be an engineer out here. Goddamn, I'd be in the sky somewhere. So
I am an engineer, jackass, and I came from the bottom too, because you want to travel, you want to talk about your tragedy to triumph stories and shit like that. So now we know it's not good because you feel like you would have been an engineer if your stepdad wasn't stealing your shit. So stop championing shit. Stop telling the story like, oh yeah, if it wasn't for this, oh yeah. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, is it?
man, we just got to be better examples, dog. Better examples. And I know we didn't see it growing up ever. Man, I used to have uncles. Man, I don't know if y'all know this. My dad a cop, but all his brothers is drug dealers. All of them. And they all used to stay.
Let's go through this timeline, shall we? Because notice how brothers never have heat for the right person. This is my first time seeing this dude talk. Brothers never have heat for the right person. White dudes do. Shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Eminem. That man, he directed his fire where it needed to be directed. He made it clear how he felt about his mom. He made it crystal clear how he felt about his mom. This dude gets on talking shit about his stepdad mistreating somebody else's kid. Your mama left your stable income police officer dad for the guy that should be arrested by your dad. And there is no heat for your mama. I repeat, your mama left your police officer dad so she can take child support from your police officer dad and use it to buy you school clothes, which is stolen by her new stepdad that steals the clothes from kids. And you have no heat for her. You have no heat for this decision-making process because the ghetto. Yeah, if your mama would have stayed with your dad, maybe you would be an engineer. Mama called the police on my police dad.
In the same house together. Swear to God, man.
Wow.
Swear to God. We used to go down there to Appaloosa, man. My uncle used to come through. We only see him one time for the summer. He used to come through, drop weed and money off of me and my brother, man, and we'd be chilling for one day, and that's it. We'll never see him again until the next year. Like really outside for real, bro. You know, my mom did the best she could. I can't even hate. My mom did the best she could.
No, the best she could is your dad. And she didn't do him outside of having you. Like, the best your mama could have did was your dad. She did the absolute worst she could have. What the fuck are you? It's killing me. Put your guess in the thing. Put your guess in the thing. What are you? What the hell? The best your mama could have did was your dad. She literally did the worst she could do. She getting with a nigga that steals the kids' school clothes is the worst that she can do. That is the absolute worst. Mutt says who? In the bottom left corner. What do you mean who? Everybody else is obvious.
I understand all that shit, bro. But it's very important to choose the right partner, even if the nigga not.
Why don't you tell your mama that? She's from El Salvador. Okay.
Is not as smart as you are, can get as much money as you. You get what I'm saying? As long as he can teach life lessons and teach his mistakes and understand he made mistakes, that's all you man need, bro. All that money shit, that shit gonna come. The lessons is vital.
It's not gonna just come. It's not just gonna come. All that money and shit, that shit's just gonna come. No, it's not. Money don't just come. It comes from jobs, like your father had. And it comes from, like, your father who had to pay it to your mother who paid it to your stepfather. What do you mean it's gonna just come? That's what your stepfather said when he stole your shit. See, this is the mentality that's out there. The mother is never held accountable.
When the young man is young, because if he never get them, he gonna make a lot of mistakes with jobs, women, with everything. And in our community, we usually make some mistakes with killing each other and becoming robbers and being in jail for a long time and all this type of shit. We make terrible mistakes. We don't get the grace other side get. So I would just say, man, I like the platform that's going on tonight. Shit. I've been paying attention since I woke up. I was like, oh, okay, this is what they on tonight. Okay. Let me get dressed. So yeah, man, I fuck with it today, man.
I think we've all had a story though of someone that came from
impoverished area that made it out because of one person that just like believed in them. Whether that was just that one teacher, that one man in the neighborhood.
Why do they make it seem like it's impossible to get out? Like, people get out all the time, and it's not like a triumphant thing. He got out. What does that mean? It really just means basic self-sufficiency. It's not really, like if I went to, the to the hood that I grew up in, I don't really see the same kids that was there still there with their parents in the apartments. Eventually you're going to get out, or somebody's just going to kick you out through a process called gentrification. It's not like you got out and it's because somebody believed in you. What the fuck? Why is it that chicks like this reduce parenthood to believing in their kids? While other chicks, shout out to the Asian dragon moms and the white soccer bitches, like shout out to them. They actually know it's more to child rearing than believing in the kids, than wishing upon a star that the kid becomes doctors and shit like that. They actually put in stuff. I believe in you. That's just something that they say so they can take that credit if you make the NBA. Like, well, son, here you are. You got drafted. And remember that time I believed in you? Shut your ass up.
That one like boss that, like sometimes it just takes one person could change a whole young person's life. And I think that we all can do that in our day to day. Obviously, what we do here on the panel, but I think we can all do that in our day to day. Whether that's a young kid out of college that works where you work, that's a junior exec and you're a senior, or, a kid that lives in your neighborhood and you see what they're going through across the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all can like actually take action in our everyday lives as well.
What action are you taking? This is just basically her fancy way of saying that everybody else should raise the kid. It takes a village. Yeah, that village is your family and the father's family as well. You take away half that village the moment you leave a daddy. Suck some more dick. William Brown, thanks a lot. He says, I left home for the military because I had no plans for college. Either way, there should be something after high school that moves you out of the hood. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to talk about William Brown for a second. And this is going on a lot longer than I wanted, but I'm flowing here. So press 1 in the chat if you was kicked out at 17 or 18, whichever one came first. 17 because you graduated at 17, and 18 because you were 18 and you were in your senior year and she still saw it fit to kick your ass out. I know who was. May he rest in peace. Tupac Shakur. When I was young, me and my mom had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. And even though I had to sell rocks, it felt good putting money in your mailbox. Like, wait. Why are you giving the woman who kicked you out money? By doing illegal shit. You see my Will Brown? And this isn't a shot at the military. And what I will say about it is this. If you were given a choice, would you have chosen that? Because what she did was she took that choice away from you. She didn't give you the choices that you need it. She limited your options. And young men make dangerous decisions when they have limited options. They make dangerous decisions when they have limited options. Like selling rocks. And rest in peace, my brother, but it did not work out well. They don't care if you get killed. Throwing that shit out there. They don't care if you get killed by a foreign bullet. Okay, so you were bound for that, like a lot of young men are and should be. They don't care if you get killed by a foreign bullet. They don't care if you get killed by a domestic bullet. See, the longer you're out of the hood, and the more, and even just like in college or something, and the more you see the people in university, black and otherwise, and how they interact with their parents, there's always support. For example, even before college, right? For example, I had this instructor. Actually, he wasn't even my instructor. He was the instructor in charge of the math and archery club, which is something I was a part of. I was a part of the archery club. And it was an Oriental guy. And they were using resumes for examples of how to do resumes, to prepare us for adulthood. And they used his resume. And to my shock, he went to Harvard. Now, I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know we had like a Harvard graduate here in a East Oakland high school, public high school. I was just, oh crap, I didn't know that. I thought you were just a regular math teacher. And apparently what happened with him was he graduated Harvard, and there wasn't, the job in whatever he made, probably mathematics, wasn't there. So he did some time in teaching until he found a job he wanted. And I don't know, I graduated, shortly after, but I doubt that he made a career out of that with his education. But the reason why I bring that up is because even after university, they find themselves in the same position that you did, William Brown. And that is, there's going to be a time period between school and work. And during that time period, most other cultures of people take care of their kids. Not only do they take care of their kids for that period of time, whether it's right after high school or right after college or right after grad school or right after PhD, not only do they take time out to take care of their kids right after that, because they understand it's a transition, but they don't just stop the moment it's over. They don't just stop the moment it's over, meaning that, say you just graduate college or something, and you get a job as a teacher. And let's just say rent where you live is, I don't know, $1,000 a month. So you have that, you have security deposit and first and last months, right? So let's just say $3,000 total move in. They don't just say, you need to hurry up and get that $3,000 and get the fuck out of my house. Nope. They want you to at least have like $13,000 for incidentals and for furniture, for Christ's sake. They want you to leave the nest on your 2 feet. Our community, they want your ass crippled. And not the boys. I'm sorry, not the girls. Not the girls. The girls could stay there their whole damn life. How many dudes, I mean, how many chicks do you know that's like 30 living at home? Like, those of you who are dating know what I'm talking about. They could stay, they get support, they whole damn life. And they could save, and then they come out and then buy a house and say, hey, how come you don't have a house? Because I've been paying rent this past 10 years. You know that money you've been saving while living at home? I wasn't at home. And if I was, you would call me a broke ass nigga, even though you at home. Man, the way we treat young men in our community is a fucking tragedy. It is a tragedy. Especially when you see how other communities treat their kids. You want to know why is so many Indians in 7-Eleven? Well, there's a lot of reasons. But here's, because I went to university and I work with them. Here's one of the main reasons. They save money. You want to know what they told me? Hit the like button. They told me that in their culture, this is I think it's Sikh or Sheik, but I think it's Sikh. They both were. I heard it from two sources. They both told me that in their culture, the parents take care of the kids until the kids take care of the parents. What does that mean? That means that the kids live at home almost indefinitely. So, sometimes into their 40s, the dudes I'm talking about, they're in their 40s. Which means that, now think about it. Think about if from the time you start paying rent at, say, 18, because we were all kicked out at 18. And let's just say it was $1,000 a month, right? Let's just say average to that. So $12,000 a year. And then after 10 years, that's $120,000. And then after 30 years, and I'm not even including like the energy and all that. After 30 years, they got a $360,000 head start on you that they can use to buy 7-Eleven franchises. And that's, of course, even if they're at the bare minimum. The guys I'm talking about, they're engineers, so they make more, but they're not spending anything on housing expenses. So that's how they're able to grow the family wealth. Because we don't give a shit about it. And like Smub, we think that that's a good thing. The ghetto is sick. It's sick. All right. I'm trying to speed through this.
But I get it. Things aren't the way they were when we were young. In the 90s, there was a more community vibe where like April's mom across the street could definitely check me. I know things are a little different now, and maybe it's not that way. We can still try.
Why in the fuck is that a good thing? Why is that a good thing, being checked by strangers? Like, when you think of a functioning community, why is that your definition, your litmus test for a functioning community? I remember that the neighbors could check you. Why? Because you probably don't have any kids of your own, but you want their right and ability to check other people's kids. See, other people can say, oh yeah, I remember when my mom used to cut up carrots for me because it was her turn, for snack day for the Glee Club. I remember when my mom, threw that one birthday party and she had Taylor Swift come and sing for us. I remember that time that my dad dressed up as Santa Claus. I remember that time that my dad was coaching Little League, and he got into a fight with the other team coach for cheating. How come their fond memories is some single mom bullshit? All right, Laura Juno said something. Laura Juno says it's a U.S. thing when it comes to that kick out early shit. No, in the U.S., we kick, yes, they kick their kids out early. They do not kick their kids out as early as 20, or excuse me, as early as 17, 18. That is a uniquely black thing. They do not. They may do it like at 25 or something. But I mean, the only time they kick them out, the non-black community kick their kids out is when their kids are ready to be out. That's it. And sometimes, yeah, that is early, but that is it. That's but you know, with us, with black boys, understand this, Lord Juno, it's ready or not, get the fuck out. Ready or not, get the fuck out. Dude, I was homeless. I was living in my car. You know how expensive Oakland is? I was in the 90s, I was living in my fucking car. It's ready or not, get out. They do not do that. They make sure that, you know, that the kid is ready.
We can still try.
I agree with Kayla. It takes one person to make an impact. Because my entire life, I want to be an actress, and everybody kept laughing at me. Like my family was laughing at me. Like I literally, like the only mother figure in my life was like, stop telling people that, you're embarrassing me. So support to me is so important because I didn't have that growing up. I was by myself, you know, going to UIL competitions and competing, and no one was there. So for me, that's like so important because it took one teacher to say, you know what, maybe you won't be in, maybe you can't go to school for acting, but you have a face for TV. Go for broadcast journalism. I work for a top 10 news station, all because of one person told me that they saw me on TV. It took one person because I was told, you're black, you're not going to be on TV, you're not going to work for a news station. How many black people work for a news station? I was told all of that. So for me,
This bitch is lying. This bitch is lying. When do black people ever tell their kids that they can't be entertainers? When do we ever tell their kids that they can't be? Entertainment is the one thing that we tell them that they can do. This bitch is lying. Okay, let's go to her page. Let's see how full of shit she is. Five ways to tell when a woman is faking her femininity to get a man. Well, there you go. You know how to fake it. All right. There. Why men have problems attracting feminine women. Okay. Let's see. Average men think that they are nice guys. This is why women should never fight for a relationship. Oh, God. Well, I guess there's 6 ways to tell if a woman is faking femininity. When they discourage women to fight for relationships. Any great man wouldn't eat before his children. Oh, 7 ways if a woman is telling men how they should behave. Well, that's feminine. As feminine as a basketball coach or a military drill sergeant. I wish I had an arranged marriage. I suck at choosing the right person. Why so many modern women are filing for divorce. Young women can't be molded. Okay. I'm sick of this sisterhood shit. Young women can't be molded? Like old women who are set in their ways can be molded. I'm not saying young women are moldable, but I am saying that they're more moldable than older ones. That is for damn sure. What happens between youth and age that makes a person more moldable? If anything, they've already been molded. They are more moldable than you. You are clay. Clay is moldable. Anything that's moldable, when you leave it out, it turns into whatever you molded it into over time. Meaning that if I open a jar of Play-Doh and I mold it into a pumpkin for Halloween, I mold it into a pumpkin right now for Halloween. By the time Halloween comes next month, in about 6 weeks, it is in that mold. I can't change it. It is hard as a rock. And here she is competing with younger women and is hating on younger women too. This is who we should be listening to. I'm an actress. Holy shit. You are a woman with a YouTube channel. Good men also pass up Michelle's for Beyonce. How many good men did Michelle pass up? How many good men did Michelle pass up? A lot more than you. All right. And why are they saying pass up? Anyway. All right, Nick Cannon, hi, Jane. All right, so enough of this. Enough of this chick. These chicks be swearing that they feminine and shit.
It is so important for people to stop spewing out talking points or trying to go viral for a moment, right? Because your words can impact people and change their entire life. Entire life. It took one teacher to you working in news. I see you in broadcast journalism, and that changed my entire path. So I agree.
I do not like this shit. So you just said that you wanted to be an actress, and then you said it takes one teacher to say that I see you working in news. The mailroom chick is working in news. The secretary is working in news. You tell them that that you want to be an actress, and so trust me, you are not in front of the camera. Whatever it is you do in news, you are not in front of the camera. You're on YouTube in front of the camera, granted, but you are not in front of the camera on news, because then you would be liable for everything you say here and on your channel. You would have a lot to risk in that regard, because people will recognize you as the news person for this news station saying shit like this. So just to be clear, you are not an actress. But they believed in me because when I told them what I wanted to be, they told me I would be something else.
agree with Kayla on that part.
I agree, man. Prototype, welcome to the stage, gang.
What's good? What's good? Appreciate you having me on, man. Hey, this thing got real emotional real quick.
Powerful, bro.
Yeah. Like I kind of jumped on kind of say some things about, the title question of the show, right? But now it's like we done spun into a whole nother,
Say words.
Let's be real with one another. Like, dang, you about to have me crying. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you
yeah,
crying?
man, it's just powerful, man.
Say words. Say words. And we know it's powerful. We know
Me
it's
and you,
emotional.
we
Say
can't.
words.
We going back and forth with this a few times, man. Like, I think the solution to us is all being together, right? We gotta realize that us not being together is what hold us back from progression of the community, from just everything that's went on. We're trying to break all these curses, that's happened over the past 30 years, and we need to
All right.
stuff that we go.
If you don't say something interesting,
for all of us, past that now. So
I understand it, man. Sometimes we take detours, man, and the detour be on it. You know what I'm saying? I think, this platform is solution based. I say it all the time. So this shit, he could be way the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And like Dick measure, that's not what we up here for. What we up here for is to have prevalent, relevant conversations that's gonna push us forward. So I think tonight that, we accomplished that, man. What y'all think?
I definitely think so. And we
Yeah.
had some humor in the beginning. We had fun.
For sure. But yeah, man. So, again, I told y'all we not gonna hit 4 hours. It's been a hell of a stream. So we're gonna wrap this thing on up. We got a couple more super chats to read, man, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. I just wanna say I appreciate everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? It's this is what this shit is about. So let me go and pay these bills, and I'll go ahead and close this. Dream to achieve a fraction of what he has. Love you. The crew season for having authentic conversations.
wait a minute.
That's real. Sure. Let me go and pay these bills, and then I'll go ahead and close out. Foremost, man, I seen my dog Quest in the building, man. What's up, baby? My dog. My boy say I dream to achieve a fraction of what Ricky has. Love you, OG. That's real shit.
Holy
man. Salute
crap.
to Quest, man. All right, there's family.
I had to make sure. I
Jason
wasn't.
C in the building.
Hold on.
Ricky, we respect you. Your story was powerful, and salute the crew season for having authentic conversations. All of you are inspirational and reflect positive aspects.
How come it's
Success
not letting me
comes
pause?
in many.
All right, there we go. That was actually said. I hope to achieve a fraction of what you have achieved. You thought that was a good thing? You thought that what he just set up there and cried his eyes out and poured his heart out about, you thought that was good? I hope to receive a fraction of his tears? A fraction of the 44K? A fraction of the house that belongs to his wife? And the grandkids that belong to his wife? What the hell? A fraction of raising somebody else's kids? And apparently their grandkids who say hi grandma and call you by the first name? What the fuck? What the fuck of his situation do you want to replicate? He just said he was used and tossed to the side, and he was pouring his heart out about how tragic everything happened, and you're like, I wish I can achieve a fraction of that shit. Doom. Just God.
Many forms. That is a fact. Appreciate you, G. Congo back again with another 20 piece. Ricky, thank you. Really right. Congo, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. You know that.
Big love, big love.
Moyo Sauce with the 10-piece. Rick, you touched my soul, bro. I really feel your pain. It's real. Salute to Uncle Stepdaddy with the 2-piece. Social media is the mark of the beast. I agree, 100%.
Wow.
People take that shit way too far. Back again. I wish I could come on. Yeah, man. I tried to look here, man. I tried to get y'all on, but like I say, man, when the conversation go away, I don't like fucking up the rhythm, fucking up the cadence of. So I feel like once you agree to be with a woman, then you should also agree to want to work for her and make y'all life better in all aspects. I agree.
What about her making your life better? What about her making your life better? These dudes are lambs to the slaughter. And these chicks are just bobbling their head as they get slaughtered. What about her making your life better? I feel like once you agree to be with a woman, then you should also agree to want to work for her. Holy crap. And to make your life better in all aspects. Holy crap. These dudes have no sense of self-preservation or self-comfort or self-momentum or anything. They have no sense of self. And yes, men are naturally more altruistic than women, especially modern women. But this is just ridiculous. It's like they're suffering from some type of awful disease that they don't even see the whole. They don't even see their own self-worth. They all look forward to being this dude. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Shout out to LL Cool J. Paradise is very nice. If you need me, baby, I'll be there. Rest of your life, I'll take you paradise. That is who I'm fucking with. You want to work for her to make her life better in all aspects. What the fuck? Her life is better if her definition of better is sandwich in hand and dick in mouth, then yes, your life will be better. And bun in the oven, and I'm not talking about the stove. Your life will be better. If your definition of better is 8 kids and 1 on the way, then your life is better. Outside of that, I want to hear shit. Make her life better. Made her life better by putting babies in her. Y'all want to be this dude. Y'all are fucked in the soul. Y'all are fucked in the soul. See, men are stupid. Men are stupid like this. Knew a guy, right? He stayed across from me when I was in college. He stayed in the apartment across from mine. So we shared stairs, and then it split, and he went to the left and mine was to the right. So we seen each other all the time, right? White dude from Denver. And he just was going for a little bit, and then he was going to go to the military. And I go to his house to kick it sometimes, right? And he would watch these movies, stuff like Saving Private Ryan and stuff, right? And it would trip me out how, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate his sense of valor, but it would trip me out how he would watch these movies and he would always associate himself with the soldiers that live. Take Saving Private Ryan, for example. He would associate himself with Ryan. Like it's like it's some type of short-sightedness that we as men have to where we don't see all the other people that died. Like you don't see like Tom Hanks died. You don't see all the other people that died because they showed Normandy. They showed their depiction of Normandy, which was an extraordinarily bloody battle because it's very difficult to gain a beachhead. That's going to be definitely the hard part, as it was for us for the U.S. So they showed that battle, and all the dudes died. Like all Ryan's brothers died. And I'm like, wow, you only see Ryan. It's like, y'all don't see how fucked up this was for dude? It's extremely short-sighted.
Agree.
1,000%.
Agree. And if you ain't got that mindset, you with the wrong woman. It's as simple as that.
And I think she will do the same for you. If she really loves you, she care, she will.
Mm-hmm.
What would she do? Better yet, what have you done? Let's go back. Let's go back to the super chat. Feel like once you agree to be with a woman, then you should also agree to want to work for her and to make your life better in all aspects. And she'll do the same for you. What, is she going to work for you? Is she going to make your life better? You have done shit never. You have never made a man's life better ever. Ever. In your whole entire existence, have you ever made a man's life better? I'm talking to Kayla.
Mindset, you with the wrong woman. It's as simple as that.
And I think she will do the same for you.
Fact.
If she really loves you, she and care, she will.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Money 1322 with the 5-piece. The most successful Black communities was when there was full Black families.
Full?
I
What
would
that
agree.
mean?
Meaning that when
That mean what I think it mean.
Hold on. I see what you said.
I just want to know if that mean what I think it mean. Because like Shade Room posted, top influential Black actresses, and like 9 of them are biracial. And
right.
Okay.
Right.
Nah, that's real. J-Dub with the 5-piece.
Okay. Now she's trying to separate herself from the biracials, many of whom are on the pen. Listen. You have no fucking family, okay? It's your Black ass. You have no family. She has no family, because I just went to her page and it wasn't filled of kids opening their presents on Christmas and stuff and saying thank you, mommy and daddy. So she has no family. She has a hat on. I know she ain't got no family. And this one don't have a family, because I strongly suspect that she's a psychopath. So, and this one isn't, quote unquote Black or full Black. So men, generally speaking, with women like you, are left with a choice. Black family or mixed family or no family. Mixed family or no family. Y'all not offering up families. What kind of family this bitch focused on? What kind of family is she focused on? At 36, she was like, oh yeah, I should look for a relationship. What kind of family were you thinking about to where you don't think about it till 36? Why do you have a hat on? Why in the fuck do you have a hat on? Before the show began, you said, you know something? I'm about to be on the Lapeef Network. Shout out to Lapeef Network. I'm going to put on my orange hat on because it has an H on it. You have a hat on. Everything you do is wrong.
A higher percentage of black women to take real men like Ricky Williams seriously for marriage and respect.
Yep.
Agreed.
So Mutt says, hey, Game Changer, what's wrong with a hat? Why is a woman wearing a hat indoors? See, there are men on here that wear hat indoors, and that's because they want to hide their hairline. You know, not everybody can be 40 with follicles like myself. Just saying, you know, the collar out, 40 with follicles, full follicles, got them all. Just I could pick it, I could pat it because I got it up top. That's right, 40 with follicles. I got that. That's why men do it. Why the fuck are you doing it? Why in the hell are you doing it? That is just weird. That hat goes with nothing. That is just that's just bizarre. Just saying. See, he has a hat. He has a hat. He has a wave cap. She's basically dressing and behaving like 60% of the dudes on the panel.
The Sosa with the 10-piece. Ricky, I was dead wrong about you, and I'm sorry.
Wow.
Look here, man.
That's love.
That's love, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, I think that's all of them. Yeah. I think that's all of them. Again, man, I just want to thank y'all. Y'all already know it's love, man. We're gonna be back at this thing again next Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Central. Y'all know what time it is. Salute to Crusader Nation, been in the building, going crazy all night. I've been seeing leaves in the chat all night. Salute to the mods. Salute to my dog Daryl for coming on stage and dropping gems. Kenny T up tonight. We're gonna see if we can, talk to him, see if we can get him up Wednesday, man, bro.
Man,
man. He running.
He ducking. He ducking.
I didn't say that. He a chump.
He say, "Can I?"
All right, that's enough of that. All right, it's time to close up. It's been more than 3 hours. All right, so yeah, with that, here, let me check my cash apps. Oh wait. All right. So Will Brown says, thinking about my last super chat, it should have been my parents that moved out. That's interesting. Well, I think that they just should have supported you till you didn't need support anymore. Like, people aren't always ready. It's not like a cake. You don't just, well, it is like a cake. Like, you could turn the oven on for 35 minutes. But if you look at the cake and see that it's not ready after 35 minutes, then you bake it until it's ready. You don't just say, "Oh shit, it's 35 minutes, but it's still not ready, so fuck it. I'm just gonna serve liquid cake." No, that's what regular people should do. But you see, here's the thing. Black parents, some men, but mostly women, they never stopped being children in a very real way. So they turned 18, and I'm talking about boomers here mostly, but Gen X as well. They turned 18 and they say, okay, I'm going to have kids. Some of them went to welfare and they said, okay, now my job is to keep this kid alive. And outside of that, I can live as a child with the liberty of adults. So if I want to just sit, smoke weed, play video games all day, I can do that now. If I want to, ride to CC or go out and try to fuck bitches, I could do that. If I want to go from couch to couch to to, you know, fat bitch to fat bitch. I can do that. And they do it not even realizing that their kid is growing at the time. And then when they reach 36, because they had you when they were 18, when they reach 36, especially the women, they look at you. Because 36 is still relatively young, and it's younger than I am. So basically, when they reach, hold on. When they reach her age, still reasonably young, right? They don't see themselves as the mother of an adult. Because remember, this is the age that she just decided to start dating. Her social life, she feels, begins right now. However, if she was a mother of an 18-year-old adult, then it would be very difficult to sell that pussy on Tinder. You know, imagine you swipe right on her and then you go back to her place for Netflix and chilled, and a grown-ass man come walking out say, hey, mom. How awkward is that? So women in that situation, they want to get their sons the fuck out. They want to get their sons the fuck out. So they can start, so they can begin their social life. And have this perpetual, you know, Forever 21. That is a great name for a clothing line. They can have their Forever 21 lifestyle. You are when you're 21, you are interfering with their 21. You are interfering with the illusion and delusion of them being 21. But no, they're on there, they're on the peef telling men to sacrifice. But they don't sacrifice. They don't even sacrifice their fucking breast milk. All right, no super chats. Hold on. Oh, crap. But I got some more good news. I think. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not. All right, anyway. But yeah, with that, I want to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.